But apparently this is what's crazy. So Hasan, remember how he said he got questioned? It looks like they might be pulling the tapes.
A popular streamer with more than 2 million followers says he was detained and questioned at O'Hare Airport for more than 2 hours.
This all happened as he was headed here to speak at the University of Chicago, and now federal workers are pushing back.
Yeah, that prominent Twitch streamer, Hasan Piker, he said that he was pulled over and questioned for hours right here at O'Hare. O'Hare Airport because of his political beliefs and his criticism of the current administration. We are asking for a video of that incident, so it's hard.
Bro.
An agent came out and took me into the interrogation room. They started asking me about crazy, like, do you like Donald Trump?
That's American-born Twitch streamer and left-wing political commentator Hasan Piker, recounting a 2-hour encounter with federal agents after he arrived in Chicago from a family vacation in Paris.
Everything I've done is fully protected under the First Amendment.
Well, isn't that, like, I don't even know why you would say this. Like, you didn't go to jail. You didn't get arrested. Doesn't the fact that you're sitting there
My mic was off, bro. I'm gonna poop in my own mouth. Dude, what an awful thing, dude. Oh, God. All right, boys and girls, I know that you guys probably watched a little bit of that. If anybody's in my chat right now, which I think that we're just kind of starting out, your boy Hasan Piker is back in the news. The dude can't stop getting himself in trouble, can't stop becoming the center of drama 24/7. The dude loves to blow smoke up his and his own audience asses. I said asses, though. That sucks. That sucks. In the first minute of my video, dude, this stream's a crash out. This is a King Jiffy crash out. Look at me. I can't even handle my own intro. Boys and girls, girls and boys, this is a terrible stream. I'm gonna be honest with you. We're falling apart here. But we're gonna be talking about Hasan today. It's gonna be a wild and wacky one. Hasan's back in the news, like I said already, like 18 times. Hasan's back in the news, and he's going crazy, like he's always going crazy. I don't know how many times I have to make this intro because the dude just consistently stays in drama, and he always brings it upon himself. Whether he's misrepresenting things, whether he's just outright supporting things that are just really not that cool. The dude loves to just bring himself to the center of attention, and his audience loves to come in and play ball for him, if you know what I mean. But anyways, guys, we're gonna get into the short little clip that I think highlights what we're gonna be talking about here, and then we got a little bit longer video.
But apparently, this is what's crazy. So Hasan, remember how he said he got questioned? It looks like they might be pulling the
A popular
tapes.
streamer with more
I hope they pull the tapes on this. I 100% hope they pull the tapes on this, because of the fact that if Hasan was actually detained, it was like super serious. He had like some sweaty dude standing over him with a cigarette in his mouth. They were like tapping like paperwork in front of him like it's a bad TV drama. I want to see that, and I'll say, yo, that's a little cringe. That's a little weird. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I will say that stuff because I'm not out here just trying to witch hunt the guy. I'm going to call the guy out when he deserves to be called out. And the rest of the time, I'm just going to talk about how I don't like him. And then if he gets a W, I will say he gets a W. I mean, heck, even when he had that cringe Lord iDubbbz on his stream and he made the joke about iDubbbz' dance, I said it was kind of funny. I'll give the guy W's when he deserves them. But if the tapes come out and he looks like a whiny little girl, which I think is what's going to happen, I'm gonna call him a whiny little girl who blew this into the mass drama that it never needed to be, because he needs to be the center of attention.
2 million followers says he was detained and questioned at O'Hare Airport for more than 2 hours.
This all happened as he was headed here to speak at the University of Chicago, and now federal workers are pushing back.
Yeah, that prominent Twitch streamer, Hasan Piker, he said that he was pulled over and questioned for hours right here at O'Hare Airport because of his political beliefs and his criticism of the current administration. We are asking...
Which just is so wild. That doesn't make any sense to me. Now, if they would have pulled him over and asked him the things, like some of the stuff that he said on stream, or maybe like if they would have asked him his views on some of these groups that are designated as terror groups by the U.S. government, I can understand that, because that then it shows a pattern of him supporting groups that have been designated as bad, and that can be unsettling for a TSA and deserves some questions, especially when you're coming back into the country. Understandable. Now, was he detained? No, I think he even said that when he asked if he was free to go, he was free to go. So he could have asked like way earlier, if we're going by his 2-hour like viewpoint. But come on, dude, this is just such a blown out of proportion thing. He's so wild, dude.
Asking for video of that incident, so it's hard.
Bro,
An agent came out and took me into the interrogation room. They started asking me about crazy, like, do you like Donald Trump?
That's American-born Twitch streamer and left-wing political commentator Hasan Piker recounting a 2-hour encounter with federal agents after he arrived in Chicago from a family vacation in Paris.
Everything I've done is fully protected under the First Amendment.
Well, isn't that like, I don't even know why you would...
By the way, so I have covered this in the past. I have had to deal with this Hasan drama way more than I want to, but the streets are dry, my boys. The streets are dry. Hasan is the only guy that consistently puts himself in the crosshairs of being acting stupid 24/7, and it's always hilarious because then he blows that smoke up his fans' ass, so they never shoot it. They never have solid poops anymore. It's straight diarrhea in the toilet. It looks like a depressing Rorschach painting every time they get up after they wipe. But here's the thing, boys and girls. Here's the thing. Every time this dude talks, you can tell that like an 80% of it's gonna be a lie. I don't know why he does this. I really don't. I don't know why he needs to make a giant spectacle out of everything.
Would say this, like, you didn't go to jail, you didn't get arrested.
And on top of this, what I was gonna say, and I got distracted by my stupidity, one other thing I wanted to add real quick was the fact that some of his stuff, like showing terrorist propaganda, isn't covered under free speech. Now, do I agree with that in my personal beliefs? I don't know. That one's tough. It's one of those laws that is providing support to it's like providing support to terror groups is not protected under material support to terror groups is not protected under the First Amendment. He has been in contact with Houthi members, so like it's one of those things that I just Houthi and Hamas members. I mean, he talked about that. He talked about it one time how he was like friends with that Hamas sniper or whatever. But it's one of those things that it's like he has been in contact with these people. He has claimed it. He's put it on his show. He's interviewed them. Again, I think he has the right to interview these people. I think he has the right to do this. I don't know where that line crosses, but to act like he hasn't towed that line before by showing like Hamas propaganda videos on his stream. I know it violates TOS, but I don't know if it violates US law. But again, there is limits to the First Amendment. I don't think there should be, but it's one of those gray areas, I guess.
The fact that you're sitting there right now prove that. They do it randomly at times. Well, here's the thing. Out of the last 5 times I've flown on an airplane, 2 or 3 times I've been randomly selected for additional, like, vetting. Like, am I getting racially profiled as, like, a drug dealer or something?
I mean, this happened to me. This happened to me when I was going to Kuwait. I 100% was about to get on the plane. They pull me aside, and they said, we need to ask you some questions. We need to do some, we need to, like, check why you're going here. What are you doing? What's your plan? Let's see your passport. Buddy had a weird PlayStation tattoo on his wrist. Now, I personally would never get a company's brand logos on my body. I think that's mad cringe. But, like, if you really like something, whatever. I gave the guy props. I'm like, oh, PlayStation fan, dude. And he was like, yeah, big God of War guy right here. I'm like, cool, dude. I play PlayStation 2. I got Xbox and PlayStation. I would just play God of War. And we talked about God of War for a second. My wife looked at me like she was going to kill me if we missed that flight. So I said, am I good to go? He said, you're good to go. And I got on the plane. It was honestly a decent interaction, and from what Hasan said is he had a pretty cordial interaction with these guys as well. So from what it sounds like to me is it's exactly what I had to do. It doesn't sound like I think he saw this as an opportunity to blow this up as a drama. For one, to get some news coverage, because he knew that he could get MSNBC to hold water for him, he could get ABS or whatever to hold water for him, he could get a bunch of these outlets to just go off of his claims, do the little to no reporting because they knew they'd get clicks on it, right? And it worked out in his favor, and he also could use it as a weapon to talk more about how Ethan Klein and Asmongold, by talking crap, are actually putting him in the crosshairs. It's such the most skeevy, manipulative shit.
I mean,
none of these questions are actually valid questions to ask.
A Homeland Security official acknowledged the incident, telling us, quote, "This is nothing but lying for likes."
Bro, just straight roasted his ass, bro. And you know what's funny? Other than this Asmongold video right here, right? I hadn't seen this news report. All I've seen was a bunch of outlets running what Hasan Piker had said, running the fact that he was this political prisoner, which is just egregious and absolutely fucking retarded. It was the gayest shit I'd heard all week. And then I saw this, and I was like, holy shit! Why the fuck aren't more people talking about the fact that he lied?
Claims that his political beliefs triggered the inspection are baseless. Our officers are following the law, not agendas.
And this is from the Department of Homeland Security? Let's see the tapes. Straight up, like, I actually...
Absolutely, I want to see the tapes as well. I really want to see the tapes, because if I'm wrong, I'll say I was fucking wrong. If they're sitting there, sweaty guy standing over his shoulder, dripping sweat into Hasan's mouth while smoking a cigarette, banging his finger on a file saying, "Did you say this about President Trump? Did you, Hamas Piker? Did you?" And like ashing cigarettes out on his neckline. Like, absolutely, I want to see those tapes, baby. I want to know what happened for sure, and I feel like that's a fair thing. Now, Hasan has said in a different, I saw a clip of him today saying that he wants those tapes to be released too. I hope that he's not 100% lying about this shit. If there is some where they're asking him about maybe asking him about like Hamas or stuff like that, where he can get his audience to kind of rally behind him, like those are egregious questions when they're not actually that egregious, and then he can say, look, it made me look good. Yeah, I exaggerated a little bit, but still, those are weird questions, right, guys? I think it would be a win for his audience, because his audience honestly he can manipulate them to literally stick their fingers in their own eyeballs, pop their eyeballs, lick them, and stick them back in. That's how dumb his audience is.
I really think that if he made this up, it will be worse than the debate.
Questions about what my opinions were on Donald Trump. I told him I don't like Donald Trump. After that, he asked me about my opinion on Israel.
And by the way, again, it was moments after he gets questioned at the airport. He is on every show. He's in every and this is what I have a problem with a lot of the like news outlets and stuff, is it doesn't seem like a lot of actual reporting's going on, and it's just a lot of taking their friend's word, which I think is kind of gross.
And my opinion on what's going on in Gaza.
I mean, that's insane. I can't
like the fact that all these fucking idiots are running this shit and none of them reached out to the airport. None of them reached out. It's just like, oh, well, Hasan said he's known to be a reliable source always, when the dude fucking lies his fucking taint off every 2 seconds, bro. He lies off of his taint so much that it just became an elongated butthole.
Imagine having to answer questions like that.
Might want to start damage control earlier versus later. Would be wild if you flat up made some shit out. Yeah, can't wait. Oh my god. We're gonna get to the truth of this.
Dude, and honestly, there's been some crazy stuff coming out about it. Now, this is from Straight. I think he covers a little bit more of this stuff. There is a lot of issues with his story and everything that's going on. The timeline doesn't make sense. Everything about it has seemed sus from the beginning. And again, I think Hasan's always been an opportunist. Since the beginning of his career, he's a Nepo baby. His uncle runs a giant, or at the time, it's kind of been dwindling, a giant media conglomerate. He has been privileged to the fucking T since he arrived on the scene. Bro was telling people how to pick up girls, like Andrew Tate back in the day. So he's been around. He's had people like just shoving him into the spotlight. He's an opportunist, and he saw this as a way to rally people behind him.
Listen, the reason why...
By the way, this video is Hasan lied about being detained by Customs Border Patrol. This is by Straight, the talking fish.
I don't want to talk to Hasan as he lies. You just lie. That's the problem.
Well, boys, today is tomorrow when Hasan Piker is back in the news, because everyone's starting to poke holes in his little, I was detained at the border and I was basically a political prisoner. Actually, the person knew who I was, and thank God he was an ally, and he knew the most about me. It was almost like the guy was a fan.
Bro, it was so funny. It was so funny about this whole interaction. Like, when he starts talking about it, he's like, well, the dude was Arab, so he, like, understood the pain I was going through not trying. It was like virtue signaling, bro. He was like, the Latina girl pulled me aside. It was like, it's all progressive fucking virtue signaling while he's also playing the victim, which, God, it's just, I fucking hate it. I hate this type of rhetoric where it's just like, it's like virtue signal, victim, virtue signal, victim, bullshit. It's bullshit, bro.
And then he just let me go, and he said, actually, Hasan, keep up the great work. I love your That's basically what Hasan said his detainment was whenever he was coming back from Paris. And obviously, with such a wild story, with such wild claims that you were specifically targeted in an airport in Chicago?
What's happening in Chicago? What the f was that?
Illinois is one of the most blue states in America, so that already made this whole entire thing really weird. To be detained by Customs and Border Patrol to go over your views of the president. So yeah, Hasan's story of him being detained by Customs and Border Patrol was so wild and all over the place, going from him saying he was a stubborn piece of shit during this detainment, even though he admitted to lying about what his thoughts on Hamas were, and giving vague answers on...
Was it a surprise that Hasan Biker lies? That's like half of his fucking speaking ability. He wakes up in the morning, he gets the cum out of his eyeballs, he wipes it away, he goes and checks his fit in the mirror, tells himself how sexy he is, and says, I'm gonna lie to some retards today, boys. These gay idiots will believe anything I say.
On his thoughts of, you know, Donald Trump as the president, this man was contradicting himself in his own story that he was making up. So obviously, everyone started to, you know, look around, you know, comb through it with a fine-tooth comb. We're like, this story's looking a little weak. All right, it's a little shaky. It's like, really, you got detained because they knew Hasan Piker, this specific man, was coming to their airport? You're telling me someone was going through the hundreds of thousands of other passengers and saw Hasan Piker? Okay, then. And they were like, yep.
But here's the thing, too. I could see them stopping him for some of his rhetoric. It's not out of this world to think that. Again, I've already stated in this. He has put Hamas propaganda on his platform. He has done shit like that. So it's not out of this world to think something like that would happen. Now, do I think it's right? No. But I also think that motherfucking airport be stopping everybody, bro. The random checks be hitting everybody. Again, they stopped me. PlayStation tattoo. We talked about it.
That has to be that one specific Hasan Piker. Okay, then Hasan. And even on his Pod Save America episode, he was already downplaying the whole thing. He was like, hold on, wait a minute. I may have exaggerated a little bit. Hold on, wait a minute. I wasn't a political prisoner now. Like, he had to downplay the whole entire thing because he overblew whatever story he made up, and he realized...
Dude, absolutely. He overblew it. And all of these media outlets that already don't like the current administration, which I don't give a shit what you think about the current administration. I don't know. I don't want you to care about what I think about it. I don't like the politics side of this. But he knew that he could get a bunch of these outlets that already don't like the current administration to rally up behind him, which then turns him into a rallying point. It's so fucking blatantly obvious what he's trying to do. Realized he went a little too far, and he was like, oh fuck, maybe I need to backpedal.
It's gonna look bad whenever everyone realizes it was not what I made it seem to be.
Here, what's up?
What's going on, John? Things are not looking too hot right now. How about on your end?
You were briefly a political prisoner?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, I was briefly detained by the regime for being a political...
Jesus Christ, the fucking rhetoric, bro. The fucking regime is coming after me. The ultimate fascists. Today on WWE Raw, we have Hummus Pickles versus the ultimate regime.
Dissident.
So yeah, he had to walk all that back. He was like, all right, I wasn't a prisoner, but well, I had different political beliefs than the regime. So obviously they went after me specifically, the man of a multi-billionaire father. Hasan, again, you weren't being detained. Brother, you could have walked out at any time and you would have been fine. You could have been... I had different political beliefs than the regime. So obviously they went...
Jesus Christ, bro. Today's going awesome. Hold on. He gets the cum out of his eyeballs.
Like, he had to downplay the whole entire...
But yeah, I was briefly detained by by the regime for being a political.
Jesus Christ, the fucking rhetoric, bro. Dude, I had a thing where my mic just like fucked off for a second, so I had to figure that shit out and check that out.
Brother, you could have walked out at any time and you would have been fine. You could have been.
Dude, it fucking anally butt me. Anyways, boys and girls, I'm sorry about that. What I wanted to say is I don't know for a fact that his dad is a multi-billionaire. I absolutely don't. There is no way I know that. I've looked into it. I get contradictory sources. I'm not going to run with his dad's a multi-billionaire story. I'm never going to do that. I don't have anything to prove it. If you have some information for me and you want to tell me, hey man, his dad was really a multi-billionaire, here's some reliable sources you can trust and check into, definitely let me know. But from what I have found little to no evidence other than other YouTubers saying that his dad was a multi-billionaire. What I do know is he is still a child of nepotism, and the fact that his uncle was sitting there starting one of the biggest YouTube news shows. He was probably the biggest left-wing news show for a very long time on YouTube. He was YouTube supported. I think he was even part of like YouTube's little Netflix run for a while there. He was a big deal, and he used to have Hasan on his show to be like the pickup guy, how to pick up chicks. How to pick up chicks is the cool leftist. He used to glaze Elon Musk's cock every 2 seconds he got back when the left wing used to like Elon Musk. And then he started seeing this Destiny guy who was doing video games, reaching an audience. He said, I can do that, but I don't think I think Destiny's like a weirdo and a racist or whatever. And they had like a split. It was a whole fucking thing. I don't know all the ins and outs of the two dipshits yelling at each other for eternity, which Hasan and Destiny are. They're both dipshits and they consistently spurg out on each other. I just know that there was a breakup there, and he got thrust into popularity because of it. So the dude has had it set out for him in the spotlight since the very beginning. I do know that, but I do not know that if his dad's a billionaire.
After me specifically, the man of a multi-billionaire father. Hasan, again, you weren't being detained. Brother, you could have walked out at any time and you would have been fine. You could have been like, I'm hijacking the plane, and your dad probably would have just bought the plane company. Let's all be honest here.
And another thing that I want to point out here, and again, I don't know about the billionaire dad. I don't think that's true. Other thing I want to point out here that's so fucking funny to me is Hasan, in his own words, at the end of the interview said, am I free to go? And they said yes, and he was free to fucking leave. He could have said it way earlier, but in his words, he wanted to see how far he could take this. He wanted to see how big, how the sweaty cigarette guy could lean over his shoulder and whisper dirty nothings into his ear. It was all bullshit from the beginning. There's so many like random tangents in this shit that don't make sense that make me think that this was all not a full hoax, but a partial hoax. If you're gonna call it anything, it's partially a hoax.
Hasan was never in danger. This man sounds like a damn teenage girl talking about how some guy had some crush on her, whenever in reality the guy was just like, I guess you're kind of cute, want to go out? And she said, no, actually, you're disgusting and filthy. And the guy's like, all right. Like, he's telling a completely different story than what happened. So obviously, the Joker to Hasan's Batman had to come through and mess this man's hole in.
What did I say, dude? Who knew that old Destiny was gonna show up? Because Destiny always shows up, just like Hasan always shows up for Destiny. These two guys need to just stop getting mad at each other and make out. We know they want to. We know those two idiots want to make out with each other, but we know that this is Destiny. I do have to say the pettiness between these two makes for great content for me.
Entire, little timeline up. He had a whole little media circus he wanted to go down, and obviously Destiny had to come through and break down. Actually, Hasan, this is kind of looking a little shaky. I don't know if your story was actually accurate to reality.
Let me present this coherently from start to finish. Somebody said, was it questioning 2 hours or everything, including standing in line at security? So Hasan's flight landed, and then the doors opened at 4:22 Eastern time. At 4:22, the doors to his plane opened. From there, he has to leave the plane. He has to walk through to get to immigration. He had to check at the global entry thing and then get pulled aside for additional questioning. So he got pulled aside for additional questioning, did the questioning, and then he was out. And then he tweeted at 5:30, it's okay, I'm out. So from the doors of his plane opening to him tweeting, it's okay, I'm out, was an hour and 8 minutes. So realistically, he was probably pulled aside and questioned, like from waiting in the room to talking to the guy and everything, was probably 30 minutes.
Bro. 30 minutes? Are you kidding me? Like that's so egregious. I mean, even the fact that he doubled the time is egregious. That's so retarded. Again, I think what this is kind of what happened with me, where they pulled me aside, asked me a couple questions, said give me a nice little pat on the ass and said go on your way, buddy. I think that's kind of what happened. Dude, this dude fucking will blow anything out of proportion, and he knows that his cult fan base will eat it up. Like they're just waiting to get that Hasan seed, bro. They're begging for it, dog. Yeah, but you guys are gonna have to wait. iDubbbz has already got that dick, bro. iDubbbz has already got that dick, and Anise is in the corner stroking.
Hasan, and obviously
Decide and questioned, like from waiting in the room to talking to the guy and everything, was probably 30 minutes tops.
So yeah, the timeline was already messed up by Hasan, and obviously after everyone realized this man never said he had to reschedule a flight, seeing that, you know, they don't just wait for you. So this man not only got off his flight, he got quote-unquote detained, and then he was able to just get on to his next flight out. No problem at all. Like, no rescheduling. Like, brother, what are you lying for?
By the way, what he's kind of missing here is I did see somebody break down the 2 tweets there. He talked about getting detained. He added this other guy. This other guy starts going absolutely banana, crazy mode. He's shoving those bananas straight up his ass and pulling them out of his mouth like an elongated butt. What are those called? Butt chain? Butt super fucking ticklers. He's taking his butt super tickler and pulling it out of his mouth, and he's like screeching on Twitter about trying to get like immigration lawyers and shit. And within that 30 minutes, Hasan's like, yo, bro, I'm out, bro. You can calm down now. It's gonna be okay. Daddy Hasan's coming home. He's gonna give you a nice penis tickle. It's gonna be all right, pal.
So obviously, even some of Hasan's own viewers started calling him out for this absolutely blatant lie. Let's all call it what it is. It is a blatant lie that he was telling right here. And his viewers started calling him out like, brother, you're harming the cause of freeing Palestine by just lying to healthily enrich yourself by getting on these other big outlets and doing a whole little media circuit.
And if you criticize that, or any aspect of Trump's foreign policy, you might have some trouble next time you're at the airport.
Popular left-wing Twitch streamer...
This is so gross. This is so gross. This is the type of shit I hate. This is that fear-mongering rhetoric. Now, I know that people are going to say the right does it too. I hate when the right does it. I hate when the left fear-mongers. I hate fear-mongering. I think it's fucking retarded. And it's always led by people like him or fucking Nick Fuentes telling everybody that if you have right-wing views, they'll kick you out of all the banks. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. You literally espouse Nazi shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Not everybody's like you. And this is the same with Hasan, dude. You can't, like, this dude constantly is just talking out of pocket and wondering why shit's happening to him, and it's crazy that the fucking mainstream media holds water for this dipshit.
And YouTuber Hasan Piker says he was detained at a U.S. airport for hours this weekend and questioned by U.S. Customs and Border Protection about his political beliefs, specifically on Gaza and President Trump.
The Customs and Border Patrol agent at the gate told me to step aside and that another agent would be coming over to take me to a separate location. We arrived at questions about what my opinions were on Donald Trump. I told him I don't like Donald Trump. After that, he asked me about my opinion on Israel and my opinion on what's going on in Gaza.
An agent came out and took me into the interrogation room, and they started asking me about crazy, like, do you like Donald Trump?
That's American-born Twitch streamer and left-wing political commentator Hasan Piker.
And of course, with Hasan Piker, he could not take that, all right? He couldn't take the truth, all right? He couldn't take the reality. He had to make sure all of his fans know to dogpile on that one viewer that was right. You're hurting your own cause by lying, but obviously he doesn't care, because obviously hurting his own cause.
And he likes to lie. He lies 24/7. That's just what he fucking does. And anybody who's like, who's actually a fan of somebody like this and they can't see through their fucking lies, I'm sorry, bro. You need to get out of your echo chamber. Maybe listen to somebody on the other side of the aisle for a little while. Go back and forth, and kind of check their sources. Don't follow one source. Like, even if you like see a story, right? You see even me, you hear like me talk about something and you're like, I don't know if that's true. Go check somebody else. Always check multiple sources and make sure those sources sit from different sides of the issue than the first source. Try to figure that shit out for yourself. Do a little legwork. Don't just be a little gerbil waiting for your next fucking feeding tube to shove up your ass.
Doesn't mean that's hurting his wallet. All right, if anything, that brings more money to him and more attention. So if anything, he would rather stab the damn cause in the back if that meant CNN, MSNBC. Oh, is that Fox? Oh, Fox. Yes, Fox. Yes. Let me hold up, Fox. Let me put on some good clothes. Like, this man will instantly stab his own cause in the back, and that means he gets more attention.
I'm sad about the damage you've done to your cause, Palestine's cause, by your lies about your detention at the airport. Dude, a denial of reality is so fucking funny in this circumstance because, like, the Department of Homeland Security came out and admitted that it took place, and these motherfuckers still are like, nah.
Now, they said they pulled you aside, and then when they were asked about it, they said you were a fucking lying for clicks. You got blasted, and that's what's so important to why I showed that first clip, why I started with the little Asmongold section, because the motherfucker lied for clicks. What else are you gonna say, dude? And until we have that fucking footage, I'm not gonna believe a fucking word out of this guy's mouth, because he lies like it's his fucking job, because that is his job.
They're just lying about that too. Everyone's lying except
I love when he gets caught on something. Like, could you actually believe that?
Who's not lying? My favorite content creator.
We're exploring legal action.
Also, why the fuck would I guide you away from being anti-genocide? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck kind of... I could be the most...
Dude, and I thought... Here's another thing that Hasan, that I think is so funny. He levied this to, like, go after slop tubers, right? He's like, why slop tubers are so dangerous by criticizing me, and made it all about this thing. Like, you criticize him, you're criticizing the cause, you're putting him in harm's way, when all he does is slop tube type shit. You know what he's reacting to right here? The Noah Samson versus Ethan Klein drama video that Noah Samson did. This is saving Gaza, guys. Holy shit. The Noah Samson Ethan Klein drama. We need to cover that, or the Palestinians will be in trouble if I don't watch this on stream right now. What the fuck? Dude, the dude's a fucking drama YouTuber at this point. Get the fuck out of here, dog.
Repulsive person on the planet that still shouldn't change your opinion on what Israel's doing. Are you that much of a fucking spineless individual? No moral compass whatsoever?
This is the guy that said mass rapes didn't happen by Hamas, even though everyone else that could do research were able to show him sources, but without the video proof of someone getting...
Bruh, Pixar, it didn't happen, Piker, baby. You read through that UN report, it's the most disgusting fucking thing you've ever read. And this is something I've said from the beginning of all this. I feel atrocious for what's happening to the Palestinians. I absolutely do. I think what's happened to them is disgusting. Does that mean that I can go through the UN report and ignore anything that is horrible just because Hamas happens to be on the side that I want them to be on? Absolutely fucking not. Two wrongs do not make a right. I am never going to support a group that fucking attacks civilians. That's why I have constantly said I don't support Israel, right? I don't think the U.S. should be supporting supporting Israel as much as they do. I don't think that they should be supporting Hamas. I think they should just dipski the fuck out of there and say, listen, handle your shit yourself, you guys. Talk to some of these other Arab countries, see what their thoughts on the matter is, which I would like more of them to handle this shit than us to handle it. I really think that's the best course of action. Now, people might disagree with me on that, but I just don't think that it is good from the standpoint of helping a side that is going to target civilians. I think they're both fucking disgusting in that regard. Again, I don't have all the ins and outs. I'm just a drama guy. I'm a video game guy and a drama guy. I don't fucking know all the ins and outs of this political bullshit. I just know enough about this to get by and to not look like an asshole, which is way more than fucking Hasan does.
Hamas Piker didn't care.
Downplaying the violence, specifically the sexual violence, which he's done a lot of.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
It should. It should. I'm sorry. It should. It definitely does for me. It definitely did for me. It definitely 100% made me look at this, look at these groups as what they are, terrorist groups. Right? Before I was looking at Israel as not a fucking cash money government to begin with, and then I was like, holy shit. Then you have like, oh well because of what happened, we can do this too. No, you can't just like kill kids and rape women because, oh well, Israel's bad, so it's okay if it's happening to them. No, fuck you. That's disgusting. How can you pretend like that's a good thing? Like, both sides are disgusting at this point. Fuck them.
So that's the other part
except
of this.
for fuck everybody except for the civilians. I want that to be 100% clear. I feel like they're caught up in this fucking endless blood holy war bullshit, and a lot of them just want to live their lives and not be in poverty and not be running to bomb shelters all the time. That's the shit that sucks.
This problem that many people can't contend with, like the Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not like so good. They have magical bullets.
I mean, like,
well, and the sad thing too is the Palestinians used to have a resistance, like not a resistance, but like a actual military force, and Hamas fucking like hostily took over that bitch, and they had a much different outlook where the other group was wanting to attack like critical military zones, and Hamas is like, we're just going we're going like fucking banana modes. We're going absolutely insano mode, and that's where I don't like that group.
Whenever Ethan Klein tried to show him proof that rapes did happen and there was a woman that was testifying about it, he decided, instead of listening to the victim, he decided, nah, I kind of want to speak over this person. I don't want to hear their testimony at all. I don't believe it at all. Even whenever they're testifying in front of the government. But for some reason, we're supposed to believe Hasan Piker, and we're supposed to 100% believe his story was 100% accurate. Nothing was exaggerated at all. He wasn't doing anything for content, even though he's a content creator, and him exaggerating his story would only help him whenever it comes down to gaining, attention and more money. Unlike a victim that just wants justice.
You listen to her.
Cry
Ethan,
or to be
you
sad.
listen to her words.
I had no one to comfort me and was forced to act nice
Listen to
the
my
person who had just
words.
said.
What did Hezbollah do? Bro, what did Hamas do? What are you talking about? Listen to my words. And has reasonable grounds to believe that this violence may be ongoing. It is first-hand accounts. Okay. Basically, can we read the first-hand accounts? No, they're not. They don't have first-hand accounts. Is this enough? No. Listen to my words. My analysis, even if there was multiple that
Dude, this is the problem. This is the problem. A lot of these guys are willing to omit facts to support their side, which makes them disgusting propagandists. I'm fucking sorry, and I know that both sides do this. I'm not fucking retarded. Like a lot of people will want to believe, oh well, you're just this side. I want to put you in this little fucking box. This is the problem when you start omitting facts from shit. Like even in this video, I made sure to stand on the hill that I don't know if Hasan's dad's a billionaire, and I cannot find actual proof to push that. I have zero proof that I can push that is substantial. So why would I push that? I think that you should look into shit from both sides, be willing to read something that you might disagree with, and still say, oh, well, this is the facts of the matter. I still stand by this cause, but I'm going to tell you the truth of what happens. That's what should be the hill. But he knows that he will lose support by doing stuff like that, so he omits it and pretends like if you bring it up, you're crazy, you're unhinged, you're a slop tuber, all of this other shit. He doesn't actually have any valid arguments for it, so he fucking shifts the goalposts, he gaslights. It's bullshit.
Place on October 7. This does not change anything for me. Listen to my words.
Hamas has committed horrific acts of sexual violence. And
listen to my words.
Women and girls, men and boys slaughtered after enduring violence. The deadliest day for the Jewish people.
Listen to my words.
Women were horribly raped. As I said then, I say today, Israel has a
Listen to my words. The systematized mass that Hamas dealt on October 7. Not a single bit of that has been verified.
But yet, for some reason, this is the guy saying...
Read the UN report. It's horrible. I don't like I read it. It was awful. I don't ever want to read that shit again. I got like partially through it. I can't, dude. I can't. It's fucking depressing. I want to have fun and make fun of retards on the internet. I don't want to be reading horrific shit like that all day. I'm not a news guy. But this motherfucker like omits all the other stuff because it's well, it's circumstantial evidence. All evidence when it comes to a rape trial is circumstantial evidence. All of it. Every single thing. Even DNA evidence for those trials is circumstantial. It is such a retarded fucking thing to say, and for some reason his audience eats it up and acts like it's a hard-hitting fact. Everything about it is circumstantial. Even when the DNA evidence comes out, you still have 2 points of view where one of them might say, hey, I thought it, to me, she said it was consensual. Another person might, or he said it was consensual. Another, she or he said, well, no, it wasn't consensual. Then that evidence then becomes circumstantial because you have two different witness reports. It's always circumstantial. And to act like it's not, this is why He's so disingenuous and so disgusting. It's such a little fucking cum goblin, bro. It's so ridiculous.
That the viewer calling him out for potentially lying to gain more attention for his streams is the person with spineless morals.
Are you that much of a fucking spineless individual? No moral compass whatsoever?
I don't know. Someone's saying Bad has a pretty good moral compass, in my opinion, and 99% of the population's opinions. You can say someone that is pretty terrible for your cause probably shouldn't have a voice in your cause. I don't care how big they are. I'm just saying here, if they came out the next day saying
And another thing that's really sucks is I feel like supporting groups like Hamas and the Houthis hurts the Palestinian cause. I really do, and that's why I'm so against it, because I don't think a lot of these like hyper extremist left-wing people think that it's like, oh, we need to support them because like how important this shit's going on with Palestine. By doing that, all you're doing is, one, silencing the Palestinian voices that are against it, the people who have protested Hamas, the people who have been killed for protesting Hamas, the Palestinians who died for that. You're belittling them and their movement. You're also all the people that are against their cause are just going to see the actions of the Houthis and Hamas. They're not going to see the actions of the peaceful Palestinians. This shit hurts their cause. It makes Islamic people look bad. It makes it puts a stronger stigma on Arabs as a whole, and I think that's fucking awful, and I hate that shit because it's personal to me. I'm not going to get into why right now, but it's personal to me that I hate it. I hate that stigma that people have over Arabs and the Islamic culture, and it pisses me off to such a degree. And by supporting groups like this and not actually looking at the cause and the pain that these people have gone through as the highlight, and not like holding up these horrible groups, it's awful, dude. It's fucking awful, and I feel really bad for them. But I think by supporting groups like these other ones, all you're doing is hurting the Palestinian cause. There's no other way for me to see it, because all your normies are gonna see these atrocities and they're like, these fucking Hamas guys suck, which they do.
I don't think we should be siding with Hitler in general. You can say the genocide is bad, but you also can say,
again, dude, I think I have somebody in the chat that says free Palestine right now. I feel, like I said, I support the Palestinians. I want them to have a voice. I want them to stop dealing with bullshit, right? Like supporting Hamas and the Houthis is not the way. It's never been the way. Only dipshits like Hasan, who have really no stake in it other than they make a lot of fucking money from this, are the ones talking like that.
the other guy's also really bad that's on my side. I'm like, we literally have a saying for this. A broke clock is right twice a day. Brother, just because some people view your opinions as right doesn't mean everything you say is right. Like, it's not that hard of a concept here. We don't have to debate on the prevalence of people having the same and differing opinions at the same time. You can be like, yeah, I agree with this one thing, but I also don't agree with this other thing. That's just humans. That's just how we work. That's literally politics.
Exactly. This is so much facts, dude. This is so much facts.
You don't have to be like, well, I believe in this one thing. That means anything else that's on this side I have to believe in. You can be like, no, some of that is retarded. But the one thing that I do agree with, or the handful of things that I do agree with, is actually correct. We don't have to play this game where it's just like, well, I have to believe in everything because I believe in one thing. That is the dumbest way to make up any kind of political opinion. Because then you're going to be lumped in with people that you solely disagree with, but you have to defend because, well, there's like one thing we all agree with. So, you know, I have to defend them saying that we should just absolutely nuke half the country. All right, half the country has to get tactical nuke because they said something I didn't like. Right? That is completely fucking illogical. You don't have to agree with everything. And him trying to use his political opinions on Israel versus Gaza to hand wave all his other heinous actions and, you know, words that he has said and actions that he has done to lie and manipulate. It's just disgusting. All right, it is a manipulation tactic that even his friend iDubbbz loves to do. Boys, click this video right here to see how did iDubbbz try to manipulate his.
This is a good video. Again, I think I've liked Straight in the past. I think he does a pretty decent job. Dude, if they don't fight back, what will happen to the Palestinian people? There is a way to fight back that doesn't involve raping innocent women and killing innocent children. That's just like, I'm sorry, they're like, you're fucking like, all that does is muddy the waters, and I hate that shit. But here's like my end thought on all of this, and this is the biggest problem with a lot of the rhetoric going on online, is there's either everything's put into these black and white boxes, and it's gotten extremely radicalized. And I am a person that I've constantly said I don't like radicalization, I don't like extremists, and Hasan is an extremist. And I also think that all of these people spend half their time in drama, talk about all this other shit, try to conflate anytime anybody is critical of them as being against this cause, basically turning them into drama tubers as well, while at the same time utilizing the death of other people as a meat shield away from criticism, which is disgusting. I don't like Hasan. I'm never probably gonna like Hasan. I think he's a skeevy fucking liar, and I think that this whole fucking I got detained thing is a perfect example of that. And that's all I got on that one, guys. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, we're never ending with these group of absolute cultists. These people are constantly always putting themselves right in the center of the drama lately. I really want some new drama to pop up. I'm not gonna lie. I know this go round right now. We've heard a lot of it, and we constantly see a lot of it. It has pushed me to a higher sub count than I thought possible. Half of that is my banger game reviews every Friday. Go check them out. Every once in a while, I want to come out a little earlier, depending on if I get an early review copy of a game and I have to hit a deadline. But most of the time, they come out on Fridays. But for the most part, I know a lot of people want to tune in for my drama content. I know the Hasan fans love to get really angry in my comments, and I welcome it. You guys I'm more than happy to have a little fan meetup in my comment section before and get as mad as you humanly want to get mad. But we got old Denims. Denims is back in the thing. This is from Diesel Patches. You're extremely stupid. Let's get into it.
So there's a Twitch streamer named Denims, and she is suing Ethan Klein because Ethan claimed that Denims supported CPS coming to his house, and if he doesn't retract his statement, then he'll be very, very sorry. This lawsuit was to be paid for by
This is so funny, bro. She had no grounds to stand on, dog. I saw when she posted this and then showed that she had a GoFundMe, bro. I knew that it was going to retract immediately, because Denims is another example of one of these people that just lies always. She's always lying. When that skeevy pervert Destiny got into his skeevy pervert drama, yeah, she threw herself in the middle of it, and she had nothing to do with it whatsoever. She didn't have anything to add. She actually looked like the bad guy in her situation, which made Destiny look better. And these guys do this stuff all the time. They're willing to sacrifice whatever cause that they're currently supporting in order to further their own popularity, to shove themselves in the spotlight. We've seen it with old Hummus Pickles. His goal was, oh, I got questioned at the airport, so I'm gonna make this the biggest news story of the week, when all that does is distract from the causes that he cares about, which really he just wants more money to buy another Mercedes in his mansion. And then we got Denims here, who's rallying her audience to make paint like Ethan as the bad guy, which they love to do. He's critical enemy #1 right now. It's just so hilarious. Her case had like no standing because like they could character assassinate her in court, for one. For two, she signal boosted Bad Empanada and was shaking her head agreeing with it the whole time. So there was no way that any lawyer would have looked at that and said, yeah, I'm gonna take that case. That's a winner.
Donators who would like to support a very important cause where a Twitch streamer sues a YouTuber over bullshit. I wonder how much money was raised. $45,000. Wow. I'm glad this money's being used for YouTube drama instead of something far less important. Funny enough, some of the GoFundMe donors.
No fucking way. What type of retards do we have in the world right now, bro? Get the fuck out of here, bro. If you're one of these idiots that donated to Denims, I have one thing for you. When you donate $5 to a GoFundMe and say Free Palestine, why the fuck didn't you donate that to like the Palestinian Children Foundation or one of those like charities that actually go to like doing betterment for Palestinians? This was $5. She did send the money back because she's not doing the lawsuit. This is $5 you pissed away. You might have well as just rolled this probably cocaine covered $5 bill, because that's like a thing, is like US currency is like has like a certain percentage of cocaine on it. But you should have shoved that up your butt. Yeah, that would have been a much better use of that $5 bill.
Donators commented "Free Palestine" after donating their money to Denims' legal fees, as if Ethan Klein losing some money was...
Also, this had nothing to do with Palestine. Absolutely nothing. This was just disgusting, dude. She was like, oh, let's just attack this dude's kids by signal boosting the schizo, who literally misrepresents like all facts of the situation as bad as possible, which is what he did. He utilized the lawsuit that Ethan went through with his like housekeeper, which I looked into, and has nothing to do with like his house being too dirty. It's all about like wrongful termination. It just was like the most egregious like hit piece ever that was so bad faith, and she just signal boosted it. It's funny how anytime one of these guys decide that they have an enemy, what they do is they rally up, and then they just watch every bad hit piece. They watch everything. Any problems they had with each other before, those are gone. We are now, oh, you hate him too? Well, oh god, I can't wait to lick your nipples.
all affect what's happening in the Middle East. Yeah, good job donating to Denims. You saved Palestine. You're all a bunch of fucking heroes. Anyways, Ethan reacted to this lawsuit threat by shaking in his boots. After all, Denims is a very intelligent, intimidating...
No, Denims isn't actually suing him. She backed out already. She already gave the money back. Said, if I do pursue legal action, I will use my own money, which is Denims code for... I asked a lawyer if I had grounds. He told me you're a fucking dumb bimbo and to not talk to him again, get a new lawyer. So she went and put on Twitter some bullshit and gave the money back so she wouldn't look like a fucking skeevy scammer.
Influencer.
Denims announces she's suing me for defamation. Stupid fucking dumbass. She's the
Also, in the U.S., you have to prove a lot of grounds for defamation. This is one thing. As funny as I thought it was, the cease and desist from Mudahar and Ethan Klein to Noah Sampson, and as funny as this Denims thing is, I don't think either lawsuits, I don't think the Noah Sampson one will ever go through. Because of the fact that you have to fucking prove that it has hurt your career in some way. You've had financial, it has hurt you financially, and I don't think any of these guys can prove that because this drama has done numbers for all of their channels. Because they are all become drama tubers. This shit's more important, this drama's more important than any of the causes they claim to fight for in terms of numbers for their channel. Dude, come on. She needs to sue Ethan. Can't, sue. What the fuck? Ethan can't keep getting away with this shit. What the fuck is he getting away with? These dipshits lie as if it's their fucking job, because it is.
Someone's personal life. I actually genuine think, well, I don't know. iDubbbz gives her a run for her money.
Does this accusation that Ethan Klein claimed that Denims is responsible for the CPS call hold any weight? After all she did was platform an individual who called for a CPS visit, downplayed CPS visiting by saying children do not experience trauma at a young age, and never disavowing what the individual in the video was saying. But don't worry guys, she claimed that she disavowed a CPS call after the initial VOD ended.
Sure, but we're talking about not cops showing up at your house. We're talking about CPS, which anyways, to begin with, one, I don't condone. I've never condoned it, and you will not be able to find a clip of me saying, yes, we should do this. And he knows that I denounced calling.
This is the thing that's so funny about all of these fucking lying streamer creep bags, is they know that they could have easily, when the harassment started, when CPS showed up, they could have fired up their video, done a 5-minute apology or a 5-minute disavowing and condemning harassment, but instead they say it in 2 seconds in a 3-hour live stream. And then never say anything else on it. After they've promoted the shit to the fucking rafters. This is disgusting. This right here is where it stopped being about the bullshit fucking war in the Middle East, right? Well, it's not a bullshit war. It's a very serious thing. It's horrible. Whatever. Anyways, this is where this was about just doing as many personal attacks as Ethan as possible, and then putting it under the guise that you can't criticize us, because if you criticize us, you're basically supporting the deaths of Palestine, which is so fucking gross.
Calling CPS on him. So why would anyone in their right mind continue pushing this narrative? Well, because then he would have to take accountability for what he said on his show.
What a brave and stunning individual. If you truly believe that the Kleins aren't deserving of a CPS call, you would have at least disavowed a CPS call being made during the initial VOD. You were given all the right signals that the accusations being—
Bro, fuck that jump up so bad. Diesel Patches, my dude, this is one of your fellow shitty gamers out here. That was dog shit. I would have cut that. It makes you look like a fucking clown, dog. You need to get your fucking funny up and not your money up. This is a money video, bro. I get it. But at the same time, well, what the fuck is that jump?
Made toward the Kleins, which is in a way validating a CPS call happening. Unless you truly—
Dude, get the fuck out of here, bro. Shut the fuck up. Somebody in my chat just said, here, I'll just pull it on screen. They're like, no, what's gross is the people dying and Ethan justifying it. Get the fuck out of here, bro. He never justified. You're so retarded. That's so retarded, bro. So it's okay to harass somebody and fucking have like send CPS to their house over fucking a bad faith video because you're an idiot, right? Because you disagree with his stance that he's not supportive of terrorist groups. Dude still says that he's pro-Palestine. Get the fuck out of here.
Believe that babies rolling around in dog shit is okay. So yeah, this lawsuit is bullshit. I wonder how Khakis is doing trying to raise funds for her lawsuit. I'm refunding the GoFundMe. Well, that didn't take very long. Why don't we go ahead and read the rest of her retraction tweet. Thank you, everyone, for proving Ethan wrong. His behavior is unacceptable.
I do like that she said proving him wrong, and she didn't even get close to the amount that she was fucking wanting. I can't remember what the actual amount she was, but she didn't fucking hit it, and her actual lawyer was like, listen, honey, you're fucking retarded.
People do care. You didn't even reach a quarter of your goal, and Ethan never apologized nor retracted his statement.
It wasn't even a quarter, bro. Look how fucking stupid. And you know what's funny, dude? She, in her video, like, where she was, like, trying to rally her people up, she lied, like, 6 times in that video. It was so egregious. She talked about how Ethan never, Ethan acted like that was the actual chat, and he never corrected that, which he did. She acted like, she pulled up, like, old clips, like, about, like, trying to prove him wrong, and omitted the same shit that he proved her wrong on when she watched his content nuke. Again, these motherfuckers will omit any facts that disprove their cause, and it's gross.
Wow, you sure showed him. 2 sentences in, and you already come across as delusional. Great start. I don't want to fundraise to start a fight that I can't finish, and feel like I've let down those who have donated. With that in mind, if this is a journey I wish to undertake, I'll be doing it with my own funds. First off, I like how your main concern isn't your usage of donation money for something more practical, like, oh, say, the conflict you've been talking about for the past 2 years now, but it's the fact that you don't want to let your—
Again, dude, it's so funny whenever I see these motherfuckers. Like, this is something that I 100% believe. If you care about these causes so much, if this is like your fucking livelihood, it's so important that we help these people. We're the big evil capitalist country, and we're awful, and look how what's going on in these other worlds. We should care about that more. But also donate to my Twitch, guys. Make sure I can buy that new fucking Gucci purse, guys. I need those Gucci sneakers, them Prada glasses. Dude, if you really cared, you would buy yourself a house in a small town for an affordable rate, like $200,000 house. You'd be driving around in a $10,000 car, and you'd be sending at least half to a majority of your funds that you make off of this shit to that cause, if you really cared as much as you pretend to care. But these motherfuckers just want clout.
Donators feel down if this lawsuit isn't successful. Who fucking cares about the feelings of your donators? They're just as stupid as you are. Second, if you could fund this yourself, why not do that in the first place? Why the fuck would anyone waste their money on such a frivolous case? Who knows?
Because she be lying. Girl, she be lying. She's just lying out here. She's standing, oh my lord, I am just such a victim. The world hates me. I'm gonna sue Ethan Klein. Goes to the lawyer. Lawyer's like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Just leave. Don't ever talk to me again.
It does make me wonder, though, what kind of ad was Denims showing to convince her fans online to donate to her?
Bro, like, the millions that Ethan makes off of other people's misery. What the fuck? Why do you guys think that Ethan Klein's out here just, like, eating babies, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Or imagine seeing a woman streaming on Twitch and someone else online points out her bad behavior. What if I told you, in order to stop this disgusting onslaught against Twitch streamers, all you would have to do is reach into your wallet. For just $1 a day, you can donate to a Denims in need. Denims has faced online vitriol like no other. The way she bravely sits in her chair and says nothing of value is stunning and admirable. I usually donate to St. Jude's, but this is far more important. It's just so hard seeing one of your friends get attacked online. Getting attacked online. All she did was platform a crazed lunatic and spread misinformation about.
Bruh, and anybody, like, there's no rational human being in the world that thinks that Bad Empanada is not a schizomaniac, right? And I'm not saying that he actually has schizophrenia. I feel bad for those people. Bad Empanada is just like a psychopath. He's a monster. He's a horrible person. And these guys are like, well, he hates Ethan Klein and I hate Ethan Klein. Well, might as well platform all of his lies. And then shake my head along with it. Wow, Ethan Klein just keeps getting worse and worse, guys. Holy gee willikers, Batman.
About child trauma. I appreciate all of you for your support. It means more than you know. You're welcome. Why issue a retraction letter and crowdfund if you weren't serious about your legal threat? Well,
it's clout. It's clout.
Changed my mind about crowdfunding because I realized that I didn't like the money grubbing narrative. Translation: I took my case to a law firm and they laughed in my fucking face. So I'm gonna pretend that I'm cooking up something behind the scenes, but this'll all be forgotten in a week. This is such an embarrassing cell phone.
Dude, this is such a, like, what this did, all this did, and I'm gonna be honest with everybody here, it has people like me who already think these people are absolute numbskulls. They were all lobotomized years ago, and now they just drool on camera for a living. We are gonna continue thinking that they're idiots, which is the logical world to live in, and then there's gonna be the people that drool over like her boobs and Hasan's jawline. I'm not discriminating against whatever you like, whatever your flavor is. They sit there and drool and just, yes queen, yes king. Oh, you guys are so smart. Actually, I think you guys are the good guys. This isn't just drama. This is about the bigger cause of the Palestinians. This isn't just slop drama tube. What are you talking about, my G? Like, it's gonna be, both sides are gonna be in their same position. Nothing's gonna change. I mean, and give it a couple weeks, dude, and Ethan Klein's gonna do something fucking stupid, and we're gonna make fun of his ass again. I mean, the fucking make fun of Ethan Klein days were a little bit before I started my YouTube channel, but I can't wait until the dipshit starts fucking virtue signaling again and makes himself look like an ass, where I can, like, burn his ass right now. But in this drama, he's coming out on fucking top right now, bro. This drama, he's the winner, and everybody's got, every dog gets the sun to shine on their ass every once in a while.
Like, you're trying to play this off as some sort of victory lap, but now you're just backtracking after realizing you have no case. Let's be honest, you're not going to move forward with this, and no one's going to care in a week. You're going to realize it's not worth it, and just make another Ethan Klein dunking video.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Easy to use motion
like,
graphics.
It's so funny that that's exactly what's going to happen, bro. That's exactly why she did it, was so she could... Dochi. So
there's a Twitch stream.
So she could she did all this so she could dunk on Ethan Klein. That was it. She wanted to rally her fan base up to get really mad at the big evil Ethan Klein, which is just so fucking retarded. This is all drama shit. But they put it under the guise of the Palestinian movement, which again I think distracts from the movement in and of itself and doesn't help it at all. And then when she knows that she doesn't have a case, she just okay, rally my fans. I'll send it back. They'll think that we had a real big win here, and they'll think that I look really virtuous. My fans will be happy. Sure, the other guys will make fun of me, but I'll just make some shit up down the line to make them look like monsters. That's all I got on that one, guys. Denims is still as much of an idiot as she's always been. These guys are all just absolute morons on the internet. Like, it's so funny. We live in a land of slop tubing, which, of course, I'm doing right now, but they do the exact same thing every day, only they pretend that it's for a righteous cause when they don't actually do jack and shit. Thank you guys so much. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Dochi. So we have a couple other things. We got some different drama going on. I am very excited to cover anything that doesn't have to do with the numbskulls over in the Ethan Klein, Hasan world. Anytime I see some drama that doesn't have to deal with them, I am happy to cover it, because then I don't have to talk about anything political. I can just point and laugh, which is one of my favorite things to do. The world is getting way too crazy with that drama, but though that be heating up the algorithm. But today we got Bowblax's existence is depressing. This is from Sheeply. Bowblax used to be a pretty respected commentary YouTuber until he got kind of outed for consistently witch hunting people, consistently lying, kind of being a clown, being a hypocrite constantly. And I kind of want to dive into this. I like Sheeply. I've seen his stuff before, so let's get right into it.
They left you. They don't like you anymore. Nick Diorio, he doesn't like you. Augie RFC, he thinks you're gay. Connor, he's making fun of you on the timeline. Turkey Tom, he thinks you're a loser. But you know what? Rise against the tide. When the chips are down, you gotta come up big, alright? Don't let these motherfuckers get in your head. And if they do get in your head, let them motivate you, alright? Don't engage with them on Twitter. Stop fucking tweeting. Don't write the tweets, read the tweets. Don't write the tweets, read the tweets. Today I wanted to talk about a content creator.
That's pretty valid, bro. Bowblax his whole thing was like Twitter versus, right? And instead of going back to that and hitting his nose to the grindstone, he was like, oh, well, I have like sadness, and I have a weird butt tickle that hits me every 5 seconds in the afternoon. I gotta scratch that, so I can't be making my content. And then he complains about it being broke. Bro just needs to hit his nose to the grindstone, keep grinding out content. All of this drama stuff that happened with Nicholas Diorio and stuff would go away as if you moved on. The world would move on. That's how the internet works. In a month, people forget about your shit as long as you start grinding content out, don't turn into an absolute lolcow.
That you guys probably know about, okay? A content creator that was massive in the space for a while. I guess not massive, but Bowblax. All right, everybody knows who Bowblax is. I don't think he needs much of an introduction. Actually, maybe he does. Bowblax is a YouTuber that was friends with guys like Augie RFC, Nick Diorio, Turkey Tom, that whole crew. And let's just
well, I mean, like he used to be the co-host with Augie RFC on the Augie RFC After Hours, I think it was what the show was called. And I used to watch that show back in the day. That was my drama. Like, that's where I got my drama. Every once in a while, Mr. Medicare would come on, which I used to think Mr. Medicare was one of the funniest guys on YouTube before he stopped making stuff on YouTube. Old Cancer Man Jim. I used to like love listening to Augie RFC. And then when the Bowblax stuff started going out and he just started like going crazy, he started witch hunting. I'm like, bro, what's going on with Bobby over here? Dude's losing the plot. And it ended up blowing up. Augie came back after like we'll probably get into it in here, but it goes wackadoodle mode.
Just call him what he is. He's an archival service, okay? He reads the tweets. For content creators like myself, it's really useful to have people like this that take all of the tweets from a drama and put them into a video so that in a couple years, if I want to go back and make a video about it, I can find that video and kind of read a synopsis of what everybody was talking about. And that's for me as a content creator. For a viewer, I mean, a lot of viewers don't ever go on Twitter, and probably for the best. But a lot of the drama that occurs in the YouTube community, a lot of the stuff that people find interesting, where do you think it happens? It happens on Twitter. So to have a guy that actually covers this stuff, talks about it, and, you know, narrates it, a lot of viewers find that engaging. His competition, who is his former editor, Internet Versus, otherwise known as XA, otherwise known as Connor, who's like friends with Augie. He just...
Fun fact about Connor, too, he used to be the lead editor for LolCow Live, and he got fired. So he fired up his camera. He started doing Internet Versus because Bowblax was just spiraling down the toilet of life, dude. Dude was a diarrhea spray poop on the side of the toilet bowl and was just rinsed to the sewer. And he came out of the dungeons. And I actually think, I'm going to be real with you, I think Internet Versus is better than Twitter Versus. He goes into the Reddit, he goes into like the YouTube comments. He does a much better job. I think he does a much better job. And even though he looks like Jeffrey Dahmer, bro, I love Connor. I think he's a cool, from what I know of his content, I think he's a cool guy. But let's be honest, bro, you got that serial killer build.
Undeniably is doing a better job. And Connor, as you can see, shows himself in these videos. And it feels like Bowblax always wanted to do something like that. He always wanted to be involved in the videos, always wanted the audience to know who Bowblax is, the person, always wanted his opinion to be out there. And I'd say that Connor, for the most part, though he doesn't give too much opinion, he gives enough personality where the Internet Versus brand is very clearly associated with this, you know, soy little boy. Now,
well, and here's something I gotta say about this whole thing, too. If you want to do this type of stuff, if you want to just do, like, categorizations, and then you also want to have commentary stuff, make sure that you kind of, like, start piecing those in, right? So what I started doing when I wanted to start doing a little bit of the stream commentary, and I wanted to like jump in, and I wanted to have like these, I wanted to do the commentary, I wanted to do my gaming stuff. So I started with gaming. I just kept grinding out videos, and then I started like touching in with some like comic book stuff and some anime stuff that I cared about. And then I was like, this is fun. Okay, maybe I'm gonna add in another video series. You can do that and just start like slowly adding it in and just keep building, and then people will start coming to you for a bunch of different reasons. Now, I'm not saying that people, I don't care if you hate my commentary videos like I'm doing right now, but you like my game videos, that's absolutely fucking fine. I make a bunch of different content so that a bunch of different people can be happy. I don't expect everybody to agree with everything I have to say, or to like all of the content I make, but I make it for me, and that's the most important part at the end of the day, because you have to do this for fucking you. You can't be doing this because, well, my audience wants this one, and I tried something different, it failed, and so I quit it right then. No, fuck that, bro. You keep grinding. You keep fucking nose to the grindstone. Eventually, those videos will pick up. It's just how it works. You keep putting them out consistently enough, you hit a couple trending topics, and those motherfuckers will flock in, baby.
Now, before we jump into anything interpersonal between Bowblax and all of his former friends, or his former editor Connor, who is now outperforming him, I want to take a look at raw output. Have a look at this account, all right? Internet versus. In the last, let's say 5 days, okay? Look at all of these videos. In the last 5 days, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 videos. That's 2 videos a day on average. In 12 days, he's got 2 videos. It's unacceptable. There has been so much going on. There is so
exactly. This is like the problem with a lot of people, and why a lot of people out there will like complain, well, my new YouTube channel's not growing. I don't know what to do. I put all my heart and soul in this video and it didn't do well. Motherfucker, that shit happens, bro. That shit happens. I've had videos that I was super passionate about, put endless amounts of hours in them, and no motherfucker watched that shit. It's sitting in one of my season playlists, just collecting fucking dust, bro. Nobody cares, and it hurt my feelings. But what I realized is the more content I put out, the more I keep grinding, people will start like watching these shits or watching my other shit, and then they'll want to watch everything I put out. If I'm consistently there, they'll be there. You know what I mean?
So much to cover, and there is nothing coming out of Bowblax. In fact, the last video that he put out was an opinion piece, which I don't mind. I don't think that's an issue. Now, it's not performing super well. It's got 3.7k views. Bold of me to say anything. I don't pull very many views either. Also, I just noticed this, and not to be that guy, pronouns in the fucking YouTube bio is schizophrenic. I'm sorry.
It's so cringe. It is really cringe. Bowblax basically just went down like so Bowblax transition, which I'm fine. If you want to do that, you're an adult. I don't give a fuck. The going in the pronouns thing, when it's like nobody gives a fuck about it anymore, it's just a virtue signal, and it just makes you look like a douche, especially when you've made as many fucking wild fucking jokes as Bowblax has throughout the years. It just makes him look like an asshole. It really does. It's just bro's trying to do that fucking jump over shift that a lot of these motherfuckers try to do, but not changing his bullshit.
Sorry. Like, I can respect that Bowblax is trans now, all right? Totally fine. They, them. Who is this for? Is this like driving engagement to your fucking channel? Is the they, them in your bio driving engagement? Is that like, what the fuck? So if you want to quickly...
Nah, it does jack shit. Does that shit. He fucking virtue signaling. He's trying to play the victim card. He's been doing the victim card thing for a long time. From like begging Nicholas DiOrio for money to acting like his diagnosis, which is bullshit, was a thing. He's been trying to play the victim card, and he found a culture that really hypes up that victimization. Now, I'm not saying that he wasn't always trans, but I do say that a lot of these people that put the they them shit in, they do like that victimhood culture where everybody, if you make fun of me, you're making fun of this movement or whatever, so they can utilize something else as a shield. And I think that he likes that, so he's utilizing it. Now, I'm being a bit of an asshole because fuck Bowblax right now, but I'm hoping he makes a turnaround. But right now, fuck Bowblax.
Little timeline of events here. Around 10 months ago, he drops this video, Twitter versus Dr. Disrespect. It does well. Then he doesn't upload for 3 months. Coming back with Twitter versus Nintendo with a video that barely gets 8 minutes. And then a Pyrocynical versus Turkey Tom and Ivory Rasmus video. Now you might be thinking, that drama is multiple years old. Why is he bringing this up? It was a vindictive attempt to fuck with Turkey Tom, if we're just being honest.
Yep. Yep, this is what Bowblax does. This is what Bowblax will keeps attacking Keemstar because Keemstar was mean to him one time. He used to be a Keemstar dick rider, and then Keemstar was mean to him, so he was like, "Fuck Keemstar, I'm gonna make." He will go out of his way and maliciously hide evidence and not talk about shit to make people look as bad as possible. That's just what this motherfucker does. And then when he gets mad at somebody, he will go out of his way to make a video on him, even if they're his fucking friend. He's done this to his friends in the past, and when all this blew up, everybody realized he's been a snake in the grass since the beginning.
Turkey Tom said some shit that Bowblax didn't appreciate. Essentially, on Twitter, Bowblax said something along the lines of, "Trans people are based." And Turkey Tom said, "Thanks for chiming in." And Bowblax lost it.
Dude, it's so fucking... I remember when this shit happened, bro. I thought it was so fucking funny because people were like, what the fuck is Bowblax on right now, bro? Bowblax just showed up and he started like... He was being goofy, dude. Everybody that knew him was like, what the fuck's going on with Bowblax? And then he like just started like virtue signaling randomly, and people were like making fun of him because of it. And Turkey Tom said like the most innocent joke out of all the shit that people were saying to him. Bowblax lost his fucking mind. He went absolutely Encino mode on this guy's ass, and it was just the funniest thing ever.
Okay, bro, I just wanted to say something. I was thinking, like tweeting, "I love pineapple on pizza." I'm not trying to virtue signal. Sucks that I can't compliment something without it becoming a big deal because it's politically and socially divisive. And
He was trying to virtue signal. He was absolutely trying to virtue signal. That's exactly what he was doing. He got called on it, and Bowblax went defensive Bowblax mode, and he out diaper maxed Turkey Tom, which is impressive. Like Turkey Tom, I want to one day be able to poop in my diaper at the same ability as Turkey Tom. Now the Bowblax was having blowouts, bro. He was having blowouts up his back. He was going up into his hair. He was like using it to like smooth his hair back to like really get that like sheeny look. But instead of it looking sheeny, it just looked like chunky peanut butter.
Just goes, "Pray skibbity or perish."
Launch the Slayer.
And this is the thing, dude. All these motherfuckers be joking all the time, and then Bowblax decides to be Mr. fucking serious. Like, you've known these motherfuckers forever. You guys have been in the same little community for such a long time, and now it's a problem?
Non-binary people are badass and valid, by the way. Sweet. That was great. Thanks. Like, look, Tom's obviously fucking with him, but like, you don't need to crash out over it. Jesus. So look, once again, I want to make this clear. This video comes out to kind of fuck with Tom, and then since then, there's not a lot of content that's been uploaded, and it's been 7 months. Over 7 months. Like, bro, how do you plan on making money on this channel that has 292,000 subs? Like, you could really be monetizing this. And he just doesn't want to. It really seems like he does not want to commit to this. And it's strange because, like, you look at Internet Versus, which only has 20,000 subs, less than 10 times the sub count. Yet look at their views, 46K, 25K, 46K, 46K. Like,
well, this is the shit about consistency, bro. Motherfuckers will forget about you on YouTube. They'll forget about you. Straight up, if you don't post, like, there's like the rare exception where you like post like really long, like thought out videos. Like, something coming to my head is like Civvy 11. Civvy 11, I feel like whenever he posts, people show the fuck up. There's also some other retrospective guys that can go a few months without uploading something, and when they upload something, they get like 1 million views because people will be like waiting and like hungry for their next project because they know it takes them a little bit of time. But for Internet Versus, when the shit used to come out like weekly, and now it's coming out like once every fucking skibbity moon, nobody gives a shit, bro. Nobody fucking... The giggity schmoodle man's gonna dip the fuck out. You're gonna end up just with some fucking losers that are like, I remember when Bowblax was great, and they just don't want to hop shit.
Bro, this is like, you can make money off of this. This is real money. This is real money. Like, Bowblax should be paying his mortgage. Instead, Bowblax decided he wanted to open up an OnlyFans under the name Mr. Miss Manshi. I'm not fucking joking. And what's crazy is all that it did was give another video for Internet Versus to fucking make money on. Unironically, him becoming...
I did not know he opened a fucking OnlyFans. Who the fuck's paying to see fucking Bowblax's asshole, bro? Who's like, I wonder what Bowblax's fucking dirty starfish looks like, dude. I want to see Bowblax like lipsticked up, fucking spread eagle, waiting for the fucking strap on to enter, bro. Maybe I don't know, dude. I don't get, there's shit called Feed Finder, and that shit fucking bothers me, but like, come on. Dude went from trying to be like the commentary big dog to he's getting big dogged in the ass for fucking $2 a month.
Mr. Miss Manshi made more money for Internet Versus and people that covered the situation than he ever could have possibly made being an OnlyFans model. No disrespect to this guy, but all that happened is that people saw his disgusting, gross, fucking, I don't even want, like, dog, what are we doing, dog? Come on.
Bowblax is like, do I look cute? Bro just was like, this fucking scurvy ass neckbeard, bro. He's like, "Ye mateys, check out my unshaven, shitty fucking neckbeard." Bro looks like a fucking Reddit mod in lingerie. What the fuck, bro?
On, man. Just fucking read the tweets, bro. We don't gotta be making fucking fansleys, bro. What are we doing? What is this? You're wearing up. Anyway, listen. There are many transgressions. Sorry. That's just a funny word that I use. Look, there's a very easy video to make here of me just completely shitting on Bowblax and going over everything that's happened over
Don't worry, Sheeply. I got you, bro. I got you. I'm the shit on Bowblax guy. Motherfucker's got a neck beard that makes most incels fucking afraid of his fuck. He's power maxing. He's neck beard maxing like a motherfucker. He's standing over here showing everybody else that he's the king of the Reddit mods.
Course of the last year, okay? Because there is so much. There's probably 2 hours worth of content if I really want to get into it, okay? Probably more, all right? He tried exposing Nick DiOrio recently as comment cop. Like, where does that get you? What does that do for you? Did that get you some more fans, more views? Like, what did that improve? Nick was able to fucking disprove it pretty quickly. I mean, they're 2 separate people. What do you want? Like, look, we can go on and talk about some more negative shit, but here's the thing. I was always under the impression that Bowblax wanted to do opinionated content. He wanted to offer his perspective on things. And I want to give this moment, okay? In this time where nobody is supporting Bowblax, okay? Connor's making videos about him. DiOrio's making tweets about him.
And I think what he's gonna say here is exactly what I'm thinking. Just start making fucking content, bro. Just make fucking content. Make some videos where you read the fucking tweets, do those once a week, and then do your opinion pieces on everything else. Fucking fire up the live stream, right? Fire up your live streams. Do some fucking slop shit. Throw your opinion in it. People will fucking watch it. Have your opinion there. Start doing some fun commentary side projects where you have a little fun, get your creative side out, and just do the shit, dude. Like, yeah, people are gonna fucking clown on you because you've been clowning on motherfuckers forever. So it's literally like when your one boy decides you guys have been boys forever, you guys have been giving each other shit forever, but now one of your buddies just becomes super fucking sensitive and everybody doesn't want to hang out with them anymore. Say, fuck you guys, I'm on my own shit now, and then do your shit, bro.
About him. Augie's calling him trans. Look, Bobby, I know I'm blocked. Look, wait, I'm really confused. Why would anyone be anti-corn? He fucking reposted this. Let me just read this exchange. You're so parasocial and controlling over the type of content that I decide to make on my own YouTube channel. It's getting creepy, especially with how long you've been at it. We had our falling out 9 months ago. Why are you publicly asking me about my car and finances? Stop obsessing.
Because you guys are drama YouTubers. This is literally what you guys do, is make fun of other people on the internet. That is like the whole existence of what they do. And when you find somebody to make fun of, these motherfuckers witch hunt. Like you got your fucking lol cow pony, and you're gonna the Bowblax thing isn't as much of a witch hunt. It's more of just like a lol cow thing at this point, where they're just fucking consistently clowning on him. And it's Nicholas DiOrio's favorite lol cow is Bowblax. So like, you know how this works. You've done this with Keemstar. You do this with every motherfucker out there. You know the game, dog. Don't pretend like you're fucking this fucking innocent victim that doesn't know what's going on. This is the shit that nobody cares about. Go out there and make fucking videos, dog.
And obviously Nick DiOrio. While I was expecting more of the usual, Internet Versus posts significantly more frequently with better topics and more relevant tweets. Stop giving your opinion, and no one cares what you think. Just read the tweets. When will you
see? I disagree with Nicholas DiOrio here. I think he can give his opinion as much as he fucking wants. It's his channel. Do whatever the fuck you want on your channel, but grind content out. Start having fun with your shit again. Nobody's like saying that you have to be the fucking tweet guy forever. I know Nicholas DiOrio is. But if you want to just get back and start making content, just do it, dude. You have a channel with a good sub count. You get decent views, not as good as you used to, but you still get decent views. Fucking just keep grinding shit out, and eventually shit will change in your direction. But by posting once every other month, with your fucking shitty Twitter drama shit, it doesn't have the longevity to like sustain you. You need to be consistently posting.
Sell your Tesla. And here's the thing, right? Couple things. Obviously, when will you sell your Tesla? You can't just keep not making money. This motherfucker does not have a real job. Let's just be real. Internet Versus does post more significantly, and Bowblax's opinion does not perform very well. But here's the thing, Bowblax, okay? Let's just read this one more tweet before I give my opinion. You're not allowed to share your opinion in your own YouTube videos because Nick DiOrio said so? How is sharing my opinions a critique? So, the opinions aren't shitty. Just the fact that I shared opinions at all is the shitty part. Sounds like he's on an ego trip right now. Brother, what's shitty is the performance of the videos in which you give your opinion. I mean, 3.7K is just not good enough for a channel your size. You need to make money. You need to make money. Make the fucking content that makes money, okay? Make the content that people want to see, all right? And then, if you really want to give your opinion in your extra time, all right? Give your opinion and upload those videos in between, all right? And maybe one day they'll gain some traction and people will really want to see them and they might become
Bro, absolutely. This is so fucking facts right now. Dude's laying his dick down right in front of Nick Dior. He's laying his dick down right in front of Bowblax and saying, look at this. Look how it's growing. You see how it's growing? It's because I worked for this shit. Yours isn't anymore. Well, now it's becoming transphobe. I forgot he was trans for a second. I'm sorry, guys. I made a fucking oopsie whoopsies, okay? Anyways, he's saying how he's growing, and he's like, this is happening because I'm working. And motherfuckers just not putting in the effort. Not putting in the effort. Like, if you're gonna do drama content, pump that shit out. Pump that shit out. Every drama you see, everyone you're engaged with, your fucking beef with Nicholas Diorio, hype that shit up. Hype other shit up. Go fucking get in the dirt and get messy. Make the shit chaos. But just consistently post. People will show up for it. It'll be called a crash out, but crash outs still fucking pay for your pay bills sometimes.
Mainstay on your channel. But you can't just fucking give up on what actually does well on your fucking channel and completely switch what people are interested in to give your opinion for what? So you can't make money? Like, what? Dude, you're like almost 30. Look,
well, what's sad too is he did a Mama Max video after nobody gave a shit about Mama Max, and then after Mama Max came back, he hasn't been doing Mama Max shit. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You hit the Mama Max shit early, and you could have like rode off of that. You could have fired up the camera the moment Mama Max like uploaded a video. You could have literally like watched it, fired up a camera, and been like, who the fuck knew that I was gonna catch this shit early? I am Bowblax. I'm a fucking soothsayer, my dude. I'm a fucking soothsayer. I'm over here like ray beams from my fucking mind, and I knew that shit was coming. You could have hyped yourself up. You could have had some fun with the shit. But instead, what you be doing is sitting there jerking off in your fucking Tesla to like your own OnlyFans, bro. What the fuck are you doing, dog?
I'm not gonna act like I have all the answers for YouTube, okay? I'm not gonna act like I have all the answers, all right? But you had something that worked. You had a content style that worked, and you wanted to transition that style into something else. Why don't you just do both on that channel? Just do both. Do your fucking Twitter versus every day.
Hey, if you can see,
no, you don't have to do your Twitter versus every day. I'm gonna disagree with this motherfucker hard right here. You do not have to do your Twitter versus. That is a tight ass like belt thing for a gun. You don't have to do your Twitter versus every day. No, fuck that, dude. This advice cheaply. I'm gonna disagree with you here, buddy. I'm gonna throw my fucking elongated nipples on the counter right now. My giant fucking meaty, sweaty, fat man tits on the counter, and I'm gonna say something real. I'm gonna be 100% real with you. If you go out there, make the type of content you want, throw some slop shit in so you have 2-a-day videos, do a live stream, cut it up, do exactly what Nicholas Diorio is doing, exactly what Asmongold, Hasan, every one of the big people you see out there is clipping up their streams and putting them out for shorter content to make that fucking cheddar, baby. Do that shit. Also make some like fun internet verses maybe once a week to still stay fresh. Whatever the biggest topic of that week is, make it on that, and then just do whatever the fuck else you want to do for the rest of the week, but make sure you're grinding content, dog. As much content as humanly possible. Hi, my baby. What you doing? No, you just hanging out? Sorry, my baby came up, walked over to say hi. Like,
pieces here and there. It's very simple. You know, one piece of advice that somebody gave me, all right? Some guy named Tom gave me this piece of advice. He said, if you really want to grow your channel, if you really want to grow an audience and have people respect what you say, or at least listen to you, you gotta upload for like 90 days straight. Just fucking upload every fucking day, or at least every other day. All right, I try to do it every day, and eventually you become basically a part of the schedule for the people that are watching you. It's like, oh, they're used to having this come in every day at this time. Every day there's something to watch.
Absolutely. So I actually saw, this is something I used to watch Tom Dark videos, and he talked about, at the time, it was Asmongold's upload schedule, because Asmongold was growing at a substantial rate. Now, I disagree with a lot of the, like, Asmongold's right-wing cringe, and, like, he has some takes that I don't fully agree with. I'm not gonna, like, come out here and say Asmongold's takes are always fucking gold, which is because they're not. But the dude has a fucking insane upload schedule. His clip channel is uploading, like, 4 or 5 times a day. He uploads on his main channel, like, 3 to 4 times a day. Sometimes it's only 2, but he uploads a fucking lot. You look at these motherfuckers that are out here just grinding and getting numbers. They're uploading constantly. And I remember Turkey Tom like highlighting that. And at the time he mimicked that. And I watched his channel, or his couple, he fired up like an IRL channel, a live stream clip channel. He had Tom Dark and he had Turkey Tom. And he was firing off videos constantly on all these channels. And all of them were growing at an exponential rate. Now, I think Turkey Tom burnt himself out on doing that because dude was doing an insane amount of content. Like twice as much as what I'm doing. But it goes to prove that it works. It's a system that works. So if you consistently put yourself in the ecosystem, eventually people are just going to be like excited to see your shit. But if you just disappear randomly and you're covering like topics like this that lose their viability after a few weeks, you're just going to be fucking toast, my dog.
Every day something's there. Reality is we're humans, right? If you do something every day, you're going to keep doing it. You go for a run every day, you're probably going to go for a run more often than somebody who doesn't run at all. You know what I mean?
Like me. I sit in this chair and become a colossal fucking fat slob monster. I should run every day. It would be good for me if I ran every day. But instead, I shove Cheetos up my asshole like a king.
Watch a video every day, you're probably going to start expecting those videos to come out. And also, as a content creator, if you keep making those videos every day, it gets easier and easier. Momentum is a real thing. I look at internet versus. That motherfucker has momentum. That motherfucker is posting every fucking day, multiple times a day, all right? Bowblax, I'm not coming at you as a hater in this video. When you watch this video, there's so much shit I left out. I could have shown the entire saga with Miss Banshee, okay? I'm not even gonna go into it, all right? Look, Bowblax, I'm just gonna keep it clear with you, all right? I don't know what skills you have that are transferable in real life. All I know is that you have a very valuable asset, okay? You have a 300,000 sub YouTube channel, and you are letting this channel fucking rot. You are letting this channel rot. You can change your fucking bum life. If you just decide, you know what, today's the day. I'm gonna upload every fucking day. Even if a drama that I'm not particularly interested in, I'm gonna fucking read the tweets. You don't need to give your opinion every day.
Dude, you don't even have to put in you don't have to go fucking crazy wackadoodle mode. Fire up a stream, do a 4 or 5 hour stream, cut it up into a bunch of segments, pace it out throughout your week, do a secondary content on that as well, so that you have a few different things firing off. So if one video does bad, you have a second video that might do good. So you have different types of things that are hitting different types of audiences. Make sure you're constantly in the algorithm, and motherfucker, you'll be fine. You'll be fine, dude. I don't like seeing anybody fail. I really don't. I'll laugh at the downfalls. I will fucking like clown on a motherfucker. But like at the end of the day, every one of these people I clown on, I always tell them they could come back. Even when I was shitting on I'm Alex, right? I was shitting on I'm Alex. The dude's a scumbag girlfriend beater. But at the same time, I know that if that dude came back and just started like playing the heel for a few years, like played the heel, was like dirty in it, he just stopped giving a shit about the virtue signaling, just started going raw like a motherfucker, just like going hard, dude, he would like turn his content around like a fucking dime, dude. And that's all Bowblax needs to do, is play into some bullshit, get on his live streams, talk his shit. Even if he gets something wrong, some motherfucker is going to come at him, talk shit to him. He can have a back and forth. People will tune in for that shit. Just keep grinding. Doesn't matter what happens, you keep grinding. And once you stop, you start losing relevancy, and then you run into the problems that Bowblax has, which is not having money.
Give your opinion. Look, online fundraising is out of control. That's okay. Give that opinion. But also, do the Twitter versus apolitically with no opinion. You can do both. It's fine. People are going to hate your opinion, and that's okay. You can still give it, but do both. Do the Twitter versus. Just drop those tweets, fucking put the fries in the bag, and you'll be fine. You'll survive. Dog, you have 300,000 subs. I'm not saying they're all active, but what I am saying is that if you just fucking start doing it today, start uploading today, give it fucking a month, you know that you're going to be pulling 20 to 50K views again, all right? And once you start pulling those views, baby, the money's coming in. You just got to stop spending money on weed, okay? Listen, bro, they, them in the bio. They, them in the bio. Hold on. They, them in the bio. You think HRT is cheap? You think HRT is cheap, little bro? HRT cost in BC. Coverage. British Columbia is partnering with federal government to provide free access to HRT. Okay, never mind. It might be free. Listen, dog.
Bro got cooked. Bro was gonna like hit him with the virtue signal shit. Bro got cooked. Bro got fucking so cooked right there, dude. That was an iDubbbz going and visiting that guy to change the apology grade moment. Bro just had his fucking I'm gonna cry to a therapist about my girlfriend watching me get fucked by Hasan moment. Look at that fucking sad face Sheepley has, bro. Bro, you just got cooked and he knows it. Bro's sitting there just, big fucking, his lips, he's pulling his lips in because he wants to do the big lip quiver so a bird can fly over and then shit on it so he can get a little bit of nutrients in his body, bro. You need nutrients for all those runs, Sheeply. What the fuck happened here, my dog?
Do you want to look like a real woman? You gotta have some money, all right? You're gonna have to get some cosmetic surgery. You're gonna have to work for it. That shit ain't free, okay? You're losing the house. Nobody's using the Tesla. Nobody's fucking you in the Tesla, all right? I need you to get on your horse, and I need you to start reading the fucking tweets. I read tweets like fuck you do. Like fuck you do. You don't fucking read tweets. Wake up. Wake up, Bowblax. Wake up. We need you to start reading the tweets. You're gonna lose the house, all right? This isn't okay. I need you to wake up, and I believe in you, okay?
And motherfuckers, you need, like, here's the thing. He keeps going on these blocking spurts because he's upset. You need to take yourself out of being upset, right? You need to just cut that fucking mode off. Like if I got upset every time I got pushback, bro, every time I got these like massive pushback, I wouldn't be here anymore. You know how like hard it is to cover this fucking bullshit? Not hard. It's not hard. What the fuck am I saying? You know how annoying it is. That's the better term. You know how annoying it is when I post a video and I have a bunch of spurgs telling me I'm an asshole or whatever? It gets fucking annoying. But I shut my brain off. I argue with them a little bit in the comments so that I get more engagement on my videos, and I keep fucking grinding. I know that every one of those idiots that is yelling at me in the comment section means that there's another chance that somebody else might watch it, and then eventually there's going to be people who agree with me and want to watch more of my shit. So I just keep fucking going, keep fucking grinding. I don't let the shit get to me. If I went on like blocking sprees, I can't like he's like blocking people that disagree with him. You can't read the fucking tweets then, bro. Like, stop making everybody, trying to make everybody your enemy and play this fucking I'm the victim game. Just unblock everybody and start fucking getting in the nitty and gritty of the drama again, and you'll be fine, dog.
I believe in you. You have a phenomenal head start.
Bro just needs to spread his ass for the drama the way he spreads his ass for his OnlyFans.
Here, all right? All your friends, they left you. They don't fucking like you anymore. Nick Diorio, he doesn't like you. Augie RFC, he thinks you're gay. Connor, he's making fun of you on the timeline. Turkey Tom, he thinks you're a loser, all right? I think you're a loser. But you know what? Rise against the tide. When the chips are down, you gotta come up big, all right? Don't let these motherfuckers get in your head. And if they do get in your head, let them motivate you, all right? Don't engage with them on Twitter. Stop fucking tweeting. Don't write the tweets, read the tweets. Don't write the tweets, read the tweets. Anyways, ladies and gents.
Bro came out with some heat, though. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is one of the best Bowblax videos I've seen in a long time. This is one of the things I really like about Sheeply. I think that he has a very similar perspective as I do to a lot of things, and I just find him to be super fucking engaging. It's just like, I don't know why. I don't know. I think this motherfucker just be hidden. Dude's going to the batting cage and just not missing, except for when he does miss. He misses really bad. He does the whole, like, cartoonish spin, and then he sits there and cries a little bit, like he did when he found out that HRT is free in Canada. Bro was big sad there, but for the most part, I think he's be hitting everything out of the park.
I've noticed that there's been a lot of Bowblax hate, and I felt like I need to inject some positivity. And you know what? I know I said a lot of harsh things, Bowblax. I know I did, and I know you didn't want to hear all of it. All right. But at the end of the day, somebody's got to tell you, all right? And somebody's
got to tell you. You got to spread your fucking ass as far as it'll go. I want that starfish to stretch so it can fit like a fucking one of those weird tentacle dildos, but not for your OnlyFans, baby. You need to do it for the drama. You need to do it for the fucking drama. Fire up that camera. Do exactly what we're fucking doing right now. Well, we're just fucking shouting out to the fucking like stratosphere will in this motherfucker. Like, do that shit. Have your fun. Talk your shit. Be fucking wild, be crazy, have a good time. Just spread your ass for the drama. Have some good fucking times about it, dude. I want you to like turn your ass into a vortex of fucking drama, baby. Do that shit, and that'll pay more than that OnlyFans dream will ever pay.
Somebody's got to motivate you. Somebody's got to let you know that it's not over, all right? It is not over. In a couple of weeks, you could be saying, we're so back, all right? You'll never get your friends back. They hate you. It's over, all right? You're also kind of a piece of shit, all right? I'll just be honest. I don't know why anyone would want to be your friend. But
Bowblax, you fucking suck. I mean, I went into the video saying he fucking sucked. The dude's a fucking clown. But again, I think that he has the positive. This is the same thing I said with I'm Alex. The dude's a piece of shit. Absolutely a piece of shit. But he could heel turn. He could make the shit work for him. But these motherfuckers, when they get into this mindset that they're the victim, that they want a virtue signal, that they want to be more virtuous than now, all they do is sit and watch their career burn because they're too afraid to be what they once were. I mean, it's the iDubbbz method, and it was the Ethan Klein method. The Ethan Klein was sitting there rolling the toilet bowl too until he started getting his he started putting his hands in the shit again. He fucking covered those shits in manure, rubbed it on his face like he was going into in a Apocalypse Now, and he started being mildly interesting again. Is he like wildly interesting like he used to be? Absolutely fucking not. He's still kind of fucking cringe and annoying at times, and the only reason he has any relevancy right now is because he's the one in the right side of this argument. But like, he's still getting that relevancy. He's proving you could make this shit work. Easily proving you can make this shit work. You could be fucking paying out dividends to yourself, but instead you're just being a douche.
That doesn't matter. You can be a piece of shit that makes money. Look at Billy Mitchell. That guy exists solely to fucking be litigious. Good for him. He makes money, right? Carl Jobst is over. That motherfucker is cooked, right? So listen, you could be a piece of shit that makes money, all right? That's all you gotta do. Fucking read the tweets, bro. Don't let your ego with your opinion get in the way of all these bands, all right? Make your money, read the tweets, and then give your opinion in between, all right? Anyways, ladies and gents, that's my...
Yeah, I think he should just do like a Twitter versus of the week and then just fucking like milk content. I think the biggest problem with Bowblax is he doesn't post. He doesn't fucking post, and then when he does post, all it is a chance for Nicholas DeOrio to make fun of him. So if you wanna get back at Nicholas DeOrio, just post constantly. Then that motherfucker won't be able to keep up with you. He might get like a week of content out of you where he makes fun of you or whatever. You can clap back and talk about how much of a fat piece of shit he is, and then keep the cycle going. You could turn that into content where you literally go in and talk shit on Nicholas DeOrio talking shit on you. There is so much endless possibilities for you to do. Literally, what Nicholas DeOrio talks shit on you like every fucking day. You are his destiny, right? You are his Hasan in the Destiny Hasan relationship. You could easily fucking be there, clapping back at every second. You guys could have your little fucking yell at each other spurgoffs, but you're not doing that, Bowblax. You're sitting crying, talking about how you motherfucking broke and then starting OnlyFans. Nobody wants to see your fucking Reddit titties, bro. Nobody wants to see your fucking incel butthole. Nobody needs that shit. Nobody needs it in the slightest, bro. You're like, you look like motherfucking, you look like a fucking malnourished Christian, dog. Get the fuck out of here with that OnlyFans shit. Just start fucking putting out some drama content. Fucking clip this, and like every time I slip up where it kind of sounds like I'm being like super transphobic, and make fun of my ass for being that way, dog. You can do that. You have the power to do that. We all have the power to talk shit on the internet. So fucking talk your shit.
Hey, that's my moment of positivity and trans affirmations, okay? I am pro-trans community, clearly, because I am encouraging Bowblax to make some money. This was a great video. Take care.
Great video.
Goodbye, boring.
Absolute banger video. I think he did an incredible job with that. I think I agree with him almost in every sense of the way. I think Bowblax could really turn his career around if he would stop fucking jerking off in his Tesla for fucking $1 a year on his OnlyFans and just went out there and made content. I truly do. But that's all I got on that one, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, be angry at me for whatever the fuck you want to be angry at me for today. And I'll catch you on the next one. That's right, boys and girls. We got ourselves another Adin Ross drama. Now, I haven't talked about Adin Ross that much on the channel. I do know that this dude be constantly getting himself in all sorts of drama, constantly. That's just what this dude does. But I heard he got in a fight with Dochi. I don't know who this person is. We're gonna find out. Hold on. Hold up the fucking phone. We're gonna find out who this Dochi person is. What we got here? I'll sort this shit over in a second. Let me actually go to Yoche. Yeah, I have no idea who this person is. Absolutely no idea who this person is. Let's look at the most popular. I have no idea who this person is. All right, well, let's get back to like the important stuff. So Adin Ross is back in the timeline, of course. Like he always gets himself back in the timeline. I haven't covered him a lot, like I said. Like I've said before, I don't know much about Adin Ross. I just know that he's constantly doing stupid stuff. I remember he used to ride the Tate bandwagon for a long time. He looked like a clown back then when he was doing it because Tate was always like clowning on him and making him look like a doofus. Which, come on, dude, you're letting Andrew Tate clown on you? That dude literally abuses women, allegedly, in Minecraft, whatever. But you got Adin Ross here coming out and firing shots at Dioche. I don't know who she is. I tried to look her up before. I have no idea what this chick does or who she is or what she's. Let me know in the comments what makes her important. But well, I'm here to make fun of Adin Ross.
Doji, okay? She has zero talent.
An entitled, unintelligent piece of she has zero talent.
Maybe she doesn't. I don't know, dude. I don't know who this chick is. I've never heard of her. Maybe she is just a talentless hack that's out here just being a weird little goofball. I mean, that's not much coming from Adin Ross. Dude's not really talented in his own right, other than getting scammed by rappers on his streams.
Adin Ross and Dochi after her recent umbrella incident at the Met Gala.
Oh, Dochi rant? Oh, dude, don't get me started on that bitch. Hey, don't get me started on that bitch. Don't get me started on that industry plant.
Where's the lie, though?
Dochi,
Maybe I'm not here to make fun of Adin Ross. Dude seems to like be going absolutely burning Encino mode, absolutely giggity schmoodle, man. I don't know who Dochi is, but I'm liking the poop throwing right now. And we all know I like poop maxing.
The umbrella clip pissed me off. What an entitled, unintelligent piece of shit she is, bro.
Massive day for the unemployed. A Jewish guy's beefing a black artist and not the other way around this time.
Bro, Kanye has done enough. He's done enough beefing with the Jewish people for a century. Adin Ross is here to just get a little bit back in their corner, bro. He's like, I can't compete with this Kanye grind, but I am gonna throw shade at Dochi.
So what did Dochi do? What is this umbrella clip?
The umbrella clip pissed me off. Dochi.
Yes, I'm ready. Give me another. No, stop. Give me another umbrella now. Another one right there, and another one.
Bro, it ain't even raining. Why
Oh, dude, fuck this bitch, bro. Fuck this bitch, dude. I need 37 umbrellas. You don't give me 37 umbrellas? You fucking worthless, like, mole people? You work under me. You better give me a latte and shove it up my vagina.
So many umbrella.
Another one. Another umbrella.
Yeah, I covered that earlier in the stream. If you want to go back, yeah, I definitely covered the Denim saga a while ago.
I mean, Adin Ross wasn't wrong in his analysis. She was being sort of a dickhead to the 9-to-5/service work.
Bro, she was looking at him like ants under her fucking feet, dude. She was like, people pay me 5,000 grand on Feet Finder. You're lucky that I'm stepping on your crotch.
And, you know, people were pissed, and rightfully so. You don't gotta be an asshole. Like, what is this, the Umbrella Academy?
I'm not joking, bro.
Bro, WestJet, I'm gonna need you to delete your YouTube channel. Never speak again. That joke literally made my penis resurgent. It shot into my body. And like, my balls tried to follow with it, and I almost became Bowblax. Jesus Christ, that was a fucked up joke. No, dude, but seriously though, my penis went inside of me. I have a vagina now. It is basically an inverted clit. So that joke was so bad, you need to delete your channel, WestJet. I'm sorry, dude. You had a good run.
Stop listening to her music. Cardi and Abel, why would you give her a feature on a remix? You shouldn't have cleared it. She's just the worst. She's a piece of shit. She stole someone that I used to know. She makes no good music. She's horrible.
Dude, he just keeps popping off and off on her. He's gonna give her anxiety.
Dude, bro's just like taking. Bro took his little his Jewish wiener and said, "It's time I clack back. It's time I hit back the music industry after Kanye tried to use the music industry to hit me."
Adin Ross claims he's lost millions in brand deals after offensive Dochi rant. Okay, but how is it offensive? He just called her an industry plant and said she made poo-poo music.
I had an ad deal too I was gonna do. Bro, I'm mad as fuck. I was like, fuck. Like, it's not even about the money. It's just because like I want to do it. Cause it's like, damn, it was a big ad. It was a big deal. So
I'm going to show you guys how my
Dude,
style
it's so
works.
bullshit. It's so bullshit how this shit works, dude. You call out somebody, and then like these brands pull out. Like I get it because they probably have deals with this person as well. But it's just so dumb that like that there's these people that can like hold power over you. Because Adin Ross is a pretty big streamer. From what I know about him, I know he's on Kick and he makes a lot of money, and he's constantly like losing money to rappers because he's fucking retarded. But when it comes to like stuff like this, they're pulling brand deals, which I'm sure Adin Ross's audience would have bought that shit up even bigger. If I were a brand, dude, I would be like, yeah, you guys duke this shit out yourself, and then make sure you're wearing our merchandise the entire time, because I think that you're gonna get so much views on this little back and forth that I want to sell 1 billion products.
What do you mean the ad wasn't about the money? That's the whole purpose of ads, which is why this video is sponsored by Solitaire Smash. It's an app where you can play solitaire, join some tournament, and
Dude, I don't know if this is a fucking joke or if WestJet's like actually like sponsored by a gambling game. I don't know, dude. I really don't fucking know.
get some big wins.
Big wins.
There's even a leaderboard where you can mog all your friends. Now, you ain't gonna be rich doing this, but you can definitely make some money on the side.
Dude, this is an actual ad, bro. Bro has a fucking solitaire fucking ad. This is the perfect ad to have on this. This has got to be a joke.
Got safe and easy cash outs through multiple withdrawal options. Now, who doesn't like themselves money? I know I do. Solid reviews and ratings as well. Download Solitaire Smash today. Link in the description and pinned comment. Or use the
Oh my god, it is, bro. It is, dude. Oh, what a fucking... It's so funny because, like, Adin Ross just steady be gambling 24/7 on his streams. Now, I grew up in Nevada. I don't really have a problem with gambling as much as a lot of people do. I don't know. I don't think kids should be gambling. I think a lot of this shit's predatory for kids to gamble, but, like... I don't see anything inherently wrong with gambling, if you want my opinion on it. I grew up, like I said, in Nevada, and shit just seems to work there, so I don't know.
the QR code that was staring at you the whole time. Play a few games, get some big wins. I mean, you're already on your phone anyway. Sandwich, no matter the way you flip it, the bread comes first, and honestly unlucky for Adin Ross. Like, I rewatched the clip and he didn't really say anything too mean. Like, calling somebody a piece of shit and a scumbag for their actions is much different than, you know, just like calling them out for something they can't control. Adin Ross lost multiple $million-dollar brand deals after his comments on Doechii and Megan Thee Stallion. Shout out to those companies.
Jesus Christ, bro. Look at that, bro. They just be like celebrating the decline of other people, bro. I love the pettiness, bro.
Doing that. Good. Hit my neighbors where it hurt and go for them pockets. They won't feel sorry, but they'll definitely feel the consequences of their words. Freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequences. Statement. It's like, what did he even genuinely say that warrants him facing any consequences? Can this fucking Nazi cockroach be deplatformed?
Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. I like that they instantly went to racist, dog. Like, instantly, he did, from what I've seen, he didn't even say anything that fucking racist. I didn't want to defend Adin Ross here. I was gonna clown on the motherfucker. But, like, Doechii and her fucking goblin simps, bro, are making me, like, instantly say that she's stupid, bro. She was treating those people like they were cockroaches, and I hate when anybody does that. Oh, you're better than them because you fucking are an industry plant? Get the fuck out of here, dog.
Misogynistic and racist podcast bros need to go. Nobody is forcing you to watch Adin Ross. If you don't like him, you can just block him. This is the internet. Why are you trying to police it? Who cares? He's a Jewish guy. How is he gonna be a Nazi? Doechii has been getting a lot of hate online.
I don't know. Ask Hasan. He be calling a bunch of Jewish people Nazis out of nowhere, bro. He just like, that's an apt comparison. It makes sense.
As of late, Adin Ross took this a step further, however, as he ranted about her in performative fashion. He called her a bitch as well as unintelligent. Essentially, he used every negative adjective in the book. Why?
Why?
Who knows?
Because it was fucking funny. Who cares? Dude, people be like little bussies about everything, bro. Look at these people just fucking roaching out, dude. Asmongold doesn't have enough roaches to like fight back against shit like this. Asmongold would take his little trained fucking goblin roaches and the dead animals in his ceiling and start whipping them to go fight back against this rhetoric, and he would still fucking lose.
This is what happens when Andrew Tate is your role model, we suppose. How did they even manage to bring Andrew Tate in this? And now she's a victim just because she's a woman? He didn't call her a bitch for being a girl. He called her a bitch because she was being a bitch. being an industry plant isn't even a race-specific thing, so I don't know why people are getting all defensive. Bobby is like the biggest one of all. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, because this was concerning the music industry, and Adin Ross pissed off the bald guy.
No shit, dude. No shit. Fucking loser ass Anthony Fantano showed up, dude. This guy's such a little fucking pussy about everything, bro.
I don't want to review this album because of the consequences on the world. Actually, I'm really I care more about this than my integrity as a reviewer. Fantana, Mr. fucking I shave my head so I can shove it up other people's assholes that I want to talk about me. He's like, please, artists I really care about, I'm gonna shave my head, shove it up your ass, I'm gonna lick your prostate, and then maybe can we be friends?
Anthony Fantano, Adin Ross is one of the dumbest f***s in the internet today. He's in no position to be calling anyone unintelligent ever.
I mean, that is facts, though. The Adin Ross do be pretty fucking stupid half the time.
Should I do it? Should I even fry the needle drop? Anthony Fantano, you have no musical opinion, bro. You're a bigger culture vulture than anybody. You can't speak for shit.
And he's sitting next to like T Grizzly or something.
Dude, this fucking guy, whatever, he's probably a rapper or something, who's just about to scam Adin Ross out of his money. He's like, I saw like Gucci Mane do it to you, bro, and I think that you should just give me your wallet. But he's sitting there like, fuck, dude, Fantano's gonna be so mean to my next album. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Trust him.
You deserve it the worst, the needle drop, Anthony Fantano. You rated KSI's album better than CLB.
Now, I'm not the biggest Drake fan or nothing. You know, I prefer Kanye and his instrumentals.
Kanye, dude, I had somebody who was mad when I made my Kanye video and I said the beat was actually fire, like the production value was good, but the song itself was one of the worst things I'd heard in a while. And somebody was like, well, let's be real though, the beat wasn't even that good.
Nevertheless, I don't think KSI has a single album that's nearly as good as Drake's, and I stand by that. Anthony Fantano, the Hasanabi of music reacting, is absolutely disrespectful. Luckily for us, there's someone even dumber than Adin Ross, whose opinion we forgot to ask. Introducing.
She has.
Well, I don't know about all that.
The chat, Adin Ross speaking facts to the chat.
That music is not good, so.
My maid give me hand job. My maid give me hand job. I watch the chat.
Absolute cinema. Don't get me wrong, Adin might be an absolute idiot, but he's our idiot.
Ever since I heard Adin Ross say 2020, 2023,
I kept my word, 2020, 2023.
I can't stop saying it that way.
I'm not gonna pretend he's the sharpest tool in the shed and none of that, but at least he's vocal about his opinions, you know what I mean?
But Adin Ross has money. So a lot of black entertainers, a lot of black streamers, black media personalities, they all tend to let Adin Ross disrespect black people with no consequences.
What the fuck is this video, dude? Oh my god. The shit people would just say, bro. The shit people just be saying, dog. They're like, oh no, dude, he got money, so if they just let him say whatever the fuck he wants. Yeah, dude, it's called freedom of speech, dog. You don't need money to say whatever the fuck you want online.
Dude, this isn't even about her being black. It's about her music and about her being disrespectful to her staff. Like, what? It's like the boy who cried wolf. I'm not really seeing any of the racism here, no matter what ethnicity or race you are.
Bro, what the fuck is going on with those claws, dude? What's with long nails? Like, can somebody fucking tell me what the like fucking vibes? I almost went into XQC. What the vibe with what the deal with the long nail chat? Chat. What the long nail dude chat? Well, like what is the deal? What is appealing to him? I've never found them appealing. I remember when like girls in like high school, when I was in high school and shit, would get the long nails. I'm like, bro, that's fucking gross looking. You just look like you're trying to become a fucking velociraptor. What? You a big Jurassic Park fan? You want to be out there? Like, I don't get it, dog.
You're still allowed to call Doechii an industry plant, then by all means keep doing it.
Nah, because you were going, she's unintelligent. No, she's not. She's obviously a smart woman. So that's bull. I was like, relax with that. You know, I was like, what else are you going to say about her?
You know what? I kind of see where David Goggins is coming from here, because why did he call her unintelligent? Like Adin Ross of all people? Unintelligent.
Yeah, dude, this is like obviously was like an L for him because he's dumb as fuck. But it is kind of funny. Oh god, that only comes from a place of prejudice and racism. No! Why do we have to make this about race, dude? Like, it's funny when it's the jokes. Like, when I was making, like, Kanye jokes at the beginning, that was really fun. This just being about racism is fucking retarded. Like, actually retarded. Like, get the fuck out of here, dog.
Absolutely uncalled for. That only comes from a place of prejudice racism. Maybe like iDubbbz. I just gotta level up and learn some empathy because I can kind of see.
Bro, I still be looking for that fucking empathy. People be trying to give me empathy, and I'm like, nah. I gotta make that money on YouTube, bro. If I get too much empathy, bro, I might like lose money on my events and not be able to pay charities. That might be really unbeneficial for my career.
Where they're coming from, but I do think it's a bit of a stretch.
Manhood has to come back. Heterosexuals, we're not the boogeymen.
Man, this is why I love David Goggins. I even got your book right here, man. I'm a fan. Now, I
like the David Goggins. Like, again, dude, I don't know this person, so she might have like a degree in advanced calculus or some shit. She might be out here like fucking Dolph Lundgren, who looks like a giant Neanderthal, but is actually like a nuclear chemist or some shit. She might be hella smart. I do think it's funny that he just like went off the handle, though. That's like what streamers do. That's what us dipshits or entertainers do sometimes. I mean, come the fuck on, bro.
Personally don't think Adin Ross is being racist. I just think he's kind of an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's very smart in selecting the words, and I think people are playing a bit far into it. God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers, and luckily Sneeko pulled through.
Okay. Why? Like, the thing is, like, why is he so mad? Like, yeah, she's an industry plant, and the anxiety song pisses me off, and it sounds like nails on a chalkboard. Anxiety! It's the most obvious industry plant of all time, yeah, but like, fuck her entitled piece of fucking monkey.
I don't think he said that.
Bro, Sneeko took it to a racist place. Dude, leave it to Sneeko, to the butt buddy of Kanye. Kanye's little fucking fluffer. Kanye's fluffer turned it into a race thing after he just helped Kanye make like the most anti-Semitic song of all time. Now, I know that the song's, like, I'm not even gonna try to like justify that fucking song at any fucking stretch. I don't care what Kanye said about losing his fucking kids in that song. He still said Heil the mustache dude like 47 times and had like 50 people saying it in a room. But this guy's gonna leave it to Sneeko to put it into like the worst way possible.
Is it that important? Is it that bad? Yeah, the song sucks.
Love him or hate him, Sneeko is kind of cooking. Like, why does Adin Ross...
Yeah, dude, but it's like, so when Sneeko's cooking, it's like that one motherfucker that you work with that you're like, dude, shut the fuck up. Dude, shut the fuck up. You're not helping the situation. Shut the fuck up, bro. That's exactly how I feel, dude. If Sneeko started like trying to help me out, I'm like, please stop, Sneeko. You just made everything worse. They were calling me racist online, and then you said racist shit and made it absolutely fucking the dumbest thing in the world. Now again, dude, I can't even like harness the power of Asmongold's super roach army because there's too many roaches coming after me. There's too many fucking like, and what I mean like there's too many of these internet douchebags coming after me, bro. They're the fucking Reddit monitors crawling out of their parents' basement. They're covered in sludge and they're really mad.
Even care so much in the first place. He wasn't involved in the situation at all, and he just kind of went like 0 to 100 real quick. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Who do you think is right? Did Adin Ross go far? Did he not go far enough? Like, is Doechii that bad? In my opinion, she's definitely an industry plant. How the hell she got more listeners than 21 Savage? I feel like nobody's really arguing that you aren't allowed to make fun of Doechii and call her music jizz sock poop nuggets, but calling her unintelligent...
Let's go, dude! Nothing makes me happier than when I have a good hearty breakfast of jizz sock poop nuggets. That just really makes me happy. I set up, I get my nice glass of piss. I call it my R. Kelly special. I like get my jizz sock poop nuggets and I just chow down like a fucking king, baby. I just really go ham. And here's the thing, dude. Like the Doechii, I don't know shit about her. I haven't heard this song. I don't think any of this was actually racist. All jokes, like all fucking playing around that I've done aside, I think this was just two retards fighting. That's what it was at the end of the day. Two retards fighting, and we love to see that. It makes the channel go bum bum bum.
Seems a little bit personal, like he doesn't even know who she is. Adin don't understand the things she say on Twitter. This guy was just straight lying. Adin Ross is now being sued by Doechii for defamation. You know what's crazy? Oh my god, I'm so mad. AK, my PR was finally getting better. I had 2 deals lined up, but I lost both the deals. On god. I doubt he really lost the deals for what he said. He probably just lost the deals because the freaking sponsors see him as a wild card. They're like, why is he just spurging out on Doechii for no apparent reason? Like everybody else watching that umbrella A clip pissed me off too, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, who's gonna argue that she looks like a bit of an asshole? And in general, if anybody's mean to their workers, they're sort of a dickhead. It gives off like Ellen vibes. Subscribe to the channel if you don't care about any of this and are unemployed, and honestly, I just wanted this clip to play out. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.
Yeah, dude, that was fire. That was fire.
Marvel Studios.
I love a good drama that I have no stake in. I don't care about either of them. I just like making fun of them. At the end of the day, what I can tell you is Adin Ross consistently being one of the stupidest people on the internet is no surprise to anyone. It has never been a surprise. Don't use an industry plant. I'm just going on in that narrative because I didn't know who she was before like this moment. And if she's got more like subscribers than 21 Savage, and I've heard of 21 Savage, there's no fucking way, dude. I am terminally online covering drama, so if I don't know who the fuck this is, that's a little wild. I even went to her page and I was like, who the fuck is this? I don't know. So like watching these idiots like yell at each other, and the fact that she's gonna try to sue him for defamation, she's never gonna actually sue him. That's all like she pulled the Denims. What she's doing is she's like, I'm gonna sue you and I'm gonna make everybody more mad at you because that seems fun to me, and you're gonna look like a big poopy diaper man, you stupid idiot with your little your stupid shaved eyebrow, Adin Ross. I hope you burn in hell and then you die broke. And then she pulls the lawsuit, makes up some bullshit that it wasn't worth her time. It's a dumb drama. It's a waste of time, but God, it was fun. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Oh, like and comment, you fucking gooners. All right, boys and girls, we got another one here lined up. We have the worst streamer on YouTube is DSP by It's a Gundam. Now, It's a Gundam is a commentary channel. He's covered DSP a lot. DSP is Darkside Phil, an old school streamer on the platform. The dude's one of the early lol cows. I don't cover him very often because I find him usually pretty boring, but I find It's a Gundam very entertaining. So I'm interested to see what DSP has been up to recently.
And yes, I am going to make money. I am going to ask for contributions, and you're gonna like it.
He's a monster.
DSP is arguably one of the worst, if not the worst streamer on YouTube, bar none, no questions asked. I think his saving grace is that he's incredibly lucky. If DSP was under the same level of scrutiny I was, or even Sirgon of Akkad on this platform, he'd have been gone for TOS violations that none of us...
Here's the thing about DSP that I think is so funny. Dude could easily dig himself out of this hole. Everyone knows he could have dug himself out of this hole. When he's been around long enough to see enough different trends and stuff pop up that he could have jumped on any of them. But the dude's too fucking lazy that he'd rather just like sit there and ferociously stroke his meat while the camera's rolling instead of actually putting any work onto his channel. He just wants to like play a game shittily, which is fine. I play games shittily, but I also add a lot of other entertainment value to what I'm doing. DSP sits there and begs for money 24/7 and then complains that he's not getting enough money. That has been his grift for like 20 years, it feels like. Dude needs to get his fucking money up without getting his funny up, and he just has neither.
Us would commit because we know what the outcome would be for such foolishness. But for some reason, the dude flies wild and free. He's an absolute wild animal. There's no other way to put it.
There's people in the chat right now. Oh, he's doing a meme. Oh, this is cringe. Shut the and eat it. Eat it. Eat ass. Shut the I am not putting up with any of this ever again. Kiss my
dude, DSP's like, I will take your butt, I will spread it, I will reach in there and I'll pull out all the money inside of your butthole that your sugar daddy likes to shove up there so that I can pay for my cranberry juice that's super expensive that I need for my foot gout.
Ass and lick my and I'm about it.
This guy comes in and tells his chat off the rip, I need money. Give me the money. And when I get it, your reward will be watching me eat something poorly. But while you watch me eat, you have to pay me to watch me eat. It's the worst mukbang in history. At least Nick Avocado was funny or interesting. Phil is just
dude. It's called. I think this segment he was criticized about like not changing his content, not trying anything new. So he made a thing. If you pay him enough, you get to eat with the king, and all that means is you get to watch DSP try a new restaurant that you paid him to eat at, and you don't even get to pick the restaurant. You just pay him a bunch of money, and he buys food from there and eats it on camera. Yeah, I don't understand why anybody finds this motherfucker entertaining in the slightest. I find videos about him where they make fun of his ass entertaining, but I don't know how he's still relevant.
He's a charisma.
It's this. Actually, no. I explained exactly why he's relevant right there. Because motherfuckers sit there and watch him waiting for the fucking clips of him begging or being a dumbass or spending all of his money on WWE. And then they clip it together, they send it out there, and then people like It's a Gundam covers it.
Vacuum. A black hole where good ideas and entertainment go to die. Ugh. Recently, Phil didn't hit his goals, so he had a little temper tantrum. This is common for a 45-year-old man.
He's been in perfect health for 40 years.
Oh my God, now I'm pissed. Now I can't even concentrate, and I'm pissed off. I'm pissed. Do you want me to be honest? I'm pissed off because I play better when I'm relaxed, when I'm like, okay, everything's good. We hit our goal.
Oh my God, dude, it's always about the money. Oh, Philly dilly pie, bro. Philly dilly dipshit. Bro, you just like try new shit, bro. You're like, I play better if you pay me money. So please pay me money or I'm gonna keep playing like shit. I'm not having fun. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You know what makes me so annoyed with motherfuckers like Phil? You be out here grinding. There's so many people out here on this platform grinding their ass off, doing like actual content, which you don't do, putting hours into editing, only to have their shit get like 50 views, and you sit here and whine while playing Call of Duty shittily.
We got fun stuff coming up, and it pisses me off.
He needs to be relaxed. I thought he had no money. That was why he was flipping. He actually got $212 for this stream. Could you imagine sitting on your ass playing video games poorly, mind you, using a sniper rifle in close range because that's how they work, and then just spazzing out because you didn't hit your goal? 50 of 50. He's not going to get to eat.
He's 1 away from his fucking goal. Dude, such a little pathetic little cum goblin, bro. His cum goblin energy is absorbing the entire world of just fucking loser life, dude. He's such a pathetic little fucking crybaby, dude. Like, you know how many, like, again, dude, you put it in the position of, like, most people out here who are grinding, they'd be happy to hit that shit. But Phil needs more because Phil doesn't, like, Phil's whole thing is he doesn't want to change anything, and it's been working for so long, it has to keep working, and if it doesn't working, he can beg and cry about it, and then maybe it'll work, instead of just like working.
Pizza tomorrow, you guys. What? How could this be?
It pisses me off that last minute I gotta wait for it, and it might or might not happen. If it doesn't happen, we gotta wait another day for the marathon that I wanted to do on Sunday. It's frustrating.
Oh God, DSP's marathons. That's where he sits and begs for money and tells you how successful he is, while also telling you that he...
Dude, it's so sad, dude. Like, especially in the world of actual streamers out here that are like putting fucking nose to the grindstone. Not like me, but like I'm talking about like people who are out here like doing cool ass shit. There's some like streamers out there who are like putting in time and effort, and they're streaming like constantly. They're up on the drama. They're up on the like whatever's going on in the world. They're up on the fucking music industry. They're up on the gaming industry. They know all the ins and outs. And then here's Phil. Why aren't you paying me to play more video games? You fucking losers, can you please get a better job so you can pay me so I can sit on my ass? No, I will not get better at Call of Duty until you pay me to get better at Call of Duty. And then when I don't get better at Call of Duty, it's your guys' fucking fault because you should have paid me more.
Needs money because nothing says success like begging.
I can't concentrate right now. I literally can't. I'm trying to concentrate. It's just, look, I can't even get a shot off.
You can't get a shot off because your aim is garbage.
No, because he already blew all his shots on camera beforehand. He was like, oh, my camera's still on. I was too busy stroking my happy stick that I got those shots off years ago, and it got me in a lot of trouble, and I played the victim. But now I can't hit any of my shots in Call of Duty because I blasted off on a live stream.
Look at this camping play style in Call of Duty of all games. If you want to sit in a spot and do nothing and wait for a shot, play Arma King of the Hill, bro. Like,
Dude, or fucking Rainbow Six Siege. There are games that are meant for like camping and shit, and it's not Call of Duty. Call of Duty is where you sit on the couch, you pull your shirt off, you put clamps on your nipples, and you just scream fucking cowabunga and run into like absolute disaster land. You're like, I'm gonna fucking punch you in the nipples. I'm gonna fucking grab your dick, rip it up, and punch you in the vagina that I just created. What are you gonna do about that, you fucking pussies? And then you go absolutely like banana nutjob mode, and that's what Call of Duty's about.
You filthy casual. Just fast forward to the part where Captain Fidget sees someone coming and prepares for it by doing sniper shots at close range.
I literally can't play.
Dude, nobody can play when they're fucking like using a 4x scope and it's running right at your ass. Like, again, I'm fucking garbage. This is the type of shit I would do, but I'm not gonna make excuses. I will tell you I'm fucking awful at the game.
I can't play. I can't even. I heard him coming. I fired as soon as he came. I can't hit anyone.
I'm not even gonna bother talking about how it would have been smarter to, I don't know, change your position because you knew he was coming for you. So the smarter move would have been to, I don't know, jump off the edge because it's Call of Duty, your legs won't break, and then run behind him and gank him. Instead, you stand there like a total mark.
In this clip, DSP gets shot. He's still pouting that he hasn't gotten $300, and he runs into a wall and blames the game.
Awful. Look at this. They spawned me. I'm not even kidding you. They spawned me facing this corner. So as the round started,
Bro's crying. He's looking at the fact that he didn't get enough schmeckles. He's like, where's my schmeckle pie? Oh no. Look, the fucking game's fucking me in the asshole, guys. Dude, it's tickling my prostate and I didn't even ask for it this time.
went to start running, I literally just walked into a corner. That was their spawning engine.
Launch the Slayer.
Oh, dude, this is glorious. This is one of the greatest things I've encountered in a while. It's just DSP being an absolute loser again. It makes me so happy to just make fun of, like, absolute idiots on the platform without having to talk about geopolitical consequences. DSP is just a fucking sad loser boy. DSP is sad loser boy. Look at his silly fucking face. He's so sad. He sucks at Call of Duty, but he'll tell you he's the greatest. This is a great drama.
Enemy shot. How? What?
Bro has the biggest sniper with the biggest scope ever inside of a building. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dog? Don't. Like, even when I run a sniper build and that type of shit, it is no scope. It is a no scope sniper, and I'm taking toes, noses, and vagina, penises, whatever it has. Either I'm shooting the bullet up the hole or I'm shooting the bullet up the smaller hole. Either way, the hole is getting tatered. That's what I'm doing, and then I'm just one-shotting everything. I'm using it like a shotgun, but a really precise shotgun.
So where did he spawn? He spawned behind me again. Yo, the game is so bad. I literally can't move right now. Look, I'm trying to move. The game caught me on the edge and wouldn't let me move. I'm walking, I'm like, you won't do anything. Are you retarded?
He literally jumps over it. I can't move while he's looking around and jumping up. Fuck it. God damn it. DSP's the most idiot fucking guy in the world.
This guy who literally gaming companies now gear their stuff towards, as the infamous GDC God of War panel proved.
Dude, it's so sad that he was like, they're like, look at this idiot on screen. Let me get in my fucking speaking voice. As you can see here, guys, this is a fucking moron. This is most of the gaming audience. Most of the gaming audience is absolute fucking morons. See, this guy might not have known where to go, but we have two side characters that say, hey, you fucking retard, if you go forward, there will be a place to go to. Now, whenever he hears that insufferable yapping, he then knows that he has to do the thing he's supposed to do and be a good little fucking retard.
These guys are actually using Nimrods like Phil to design their games.
Here's a quick example. I want you to watch what the player does here as he boats around.
Experimentation. We're back. Levels of depravity. Look where we are, we're back.
Okay, so in this example, the player is exploring the hub. They've been correctly taught the shock arrow mechanic. And thanks to the design work done by Kai Zeng, they've also been told that shock arrows mean interesting themes and that there's a lot of different variety and a lot of different gameplay, right? So we've made a convincing promise to the player. So watch it one more time, and I want you to watch just what the camera behavior does.
taste of vanilla magic led him to new forms of experimentation. We're there. New levels of depravity.
DSP's up there blurred out of the corner, like, and nobody knows who the fuck DSP is. One of the most infamous lolcows on the internet. They pulled his stream because it was like, look, this guy's so stupid. He just does whatever the fuck we tell him. It's perfect example for the biggest idiots in the gaming industry. We're like, oh, you're lost? Well, let's grab you by the rinky-dinky penis and pull you right in the direction we need you to go.
Back. Boom, and there it is. He saw a shock crystal, right? He has been taught correctly. He has been promised interesting gameplay. And because he is returning to the hub, he is thinking, oh, I feel like doing one of those. I know how to do it.
How does it feel to have lived long enough to see all of your favorite franchises go down in flames?
I hate breathing. I hate being alive. I'm tremendous pain. I'm tremendous.
Later on, DSP does get his marathon.
Whoa! You're like, boom! You're like, woo! That'll clear out your sinuses, baby.
Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face. Like that. You can do it. Shh, shut up.
He plays Kingdom Come 2 or something.
Exciting. Oh, some shoutouts.
But he was so adamantly against playing the game that it's typical DSPism, where you give him money to do something that he doesn't want to do, and he begrudgingly does it and quits as soon as possible. A la the Christmas Stellar Blade stream.
I'm sorry, that game is
stupid. And now this.
I'll bear that in mind.
Dude, I fucking hate when streamers do this shit too. They play something they absolutely don't want to play. They already hate it going in, and then it's just like them whining the whole time. Bro, then don't fucking put that as a suggestion. You have all the power. You have all the cards. I have all the cards. You don't have the cards. I have the cards. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Put a bunch of games that you want to play. Have your audience choose which one out of those to play, and then just play through it. You can fucking talk shit about the game, but don't like fucking whine like, I don't want to play this anymore. My life sucks so bad. Give me more donations or I will quit this game because it sucks and I never wanted to play it to begin with. Because it's just not entertaining, because like if you do enjoy the game, all you're going to see is somebody who never gave it a chance.
I'll sort out the rest with Ignatius.
You're still talking! Shut the... Shut... Shut up! Is there a video game? Shut up! This is the worst ever!
But in better ones.
They never shut up! Oh! Oh!
I'm sick of him already.
Notice how he doesn't do that for Yakuza, a game he actually likes. And Lord knows there's 20-minute cutscenes in Yakuza, but Phil's little brain couldn't handle this one because he just didn't want to play.
Interesting, so...
He saw women with boobs in the opening sequence, and that was pretty much it for him.
Well, what a nice game that within the intro, scantily clad women, right?
Oh no! Oh no! DSP saw boobies and he can't jerk off to stream to him. He looked back at the stream later and he was like, oh, my camera's off, right? Oh yeah, it is this time. This time it's off. He gets upset whenever he sees near naked women because he can't just like whip his junk out anymore. See, that job got taken by iShowSpeed. Now iShowSpeed whips his penis out on camera, but not DSP anymore. He's a good boy. He's like a wholesome streamer now.
You see, I'm quite gay.
Oh my god, and there's scantily clad women taking a bath. Oh my god, women. Here's one of those classic moments from Phil, when even some of his most dented viewers, the people who sit and actually unironically watch Darkside Phil, have finally had a little bit too much begging.
672, 47 months as a member. He says hashtag DSP Golding, too much beg, hard to watch now. Well, perhaps 672, if you actually contributed, it wouldn't be a problem, but instead you just stand around complaining.
He had to contribute to say that. Bro, 72-month member, and he needed to contribute more. Bro's been a member. By the way, guys, I have memberships. If you want to be a member to my fucking Spurgfest, you can always do that. Whenever I'm streaming, you can be a member. But, dude... It's like, had a member for 72 months. He's like, not long enough. You haven't contributed enough to my life. You're a fucking, you're a little fucking barnacle on the butthole of my life. I can't even have regular poops. All of them go across your barnacle ass and cut part of the poop off, and it stays inside of me, so I stay constantly constipated because of you, because you're not donating more.
Let he who has already contributed cast the first stone.
Let he who's already contributed cast the first stone.
Bro, fucking DSP, bro. Dude, everything's around, give me more money. Please give me more money. I promise I won't do anything different or try anything harder for your money.
He took a Jesus quote and made it about money. Like they say, literally the adage, ask and you shall receive, works. Because some people may be sitting here watching and enjoying, and then not even think about contributing.
That would be something you'd expect a member of the Sanhedrin to do. Let he who is not donated cast the first super chat, but he's not that creative mentally to actually make the connection there. Oh.
What a dude. Have some more begging.
Jalen says if I already gifted three subs today, if I give 7 more, would that qualify?
By the way, there's literally no reason to be a member on my channel, so if you don't want to be a member ever, that is fine. If you want to, that is fine. I'm going to keep making this content anyway because I would rather just get the YouTube ad revenue because that works for me. So it's one of those things that I think is so funny, these motherfuckers out here that are like, do it now. You're not a real fan unless you contribute. It's like, do it or don't do it. Who the fuck cares, dude? Just keep making your content and stop worrying about this shit. If you made quality content, YouTube would be paying your bills, not some fucking loser who gives you $80 a month to be a clown on stream for 5 seconds.
Qualify me for the OG badge? Yes. Yes, because I can confirm that you did give 3 today. I would give you the VIP badge if you give 7 more. Yes, I would. It doesn't have to be today, though.
Yes.
7 more? Jesus.
Not hearing it wrong. Darkside Phil is selling badges on his stream. Are you retarded? If you give him a certain amount of money, you can have a badge. It's almost like some sort of home shopping network for people with downs. Yes, Jalen. Give me $300 and you get the OG badge, but this is a one-time only offer. If you don't do it today, you will not get the OG badge and the 2 extra badges.
What the fuck are the badges, bro? What are the badges? Like, well, what is that? Are those like the little fucking emojis that you get when you become a member or some shit? Because like I think when I was setting it up, I put a bunch of like a bunch of emojis in there or whatever. Like not like they were like pictures, they're like PNGs that I thought were like themed like 80s action movies, and I put like 0 thought into it. But is that what he's talking about? Because if that's the thing, that's fucking retarded.
Badges of stupidity.
Excuse me. No, I'm not offering to shave. I made the offer to shave. No one took me up on it foolishly. And now that offer is off the table. I will not offer to shave again. That's your own fault. You wanted to see that, you should have done it when it was on the table instead of asking for it after the fact. That's very foolish of you. Jalen, I'm sorry. No, the OG badge is 20 or more. The OG badge is 20 subs or more. I can't give it away for less than 20 subs.
What the hell are you talking about? It's a digital item. That means nothing. It's less than nothing. At least in CSGO, if you got a certain skin on your knife, you could flip it for cash. But a DSP OG badge means all to the rest of the world.
Whoa. This is worthless.
It's less than worthless, my boy.
And you might be wondering, what's this shave talk about? The context there is there was a point where DSP was so hard up for cash like 2 or 3 weeks ago that if people gave him $3,000 for his birthday, no, $3,500, he would shave his beard. What a treat. $3,500 to see.
Bro, who the fuck is like paying $3,000 to watch a grown man not have a he barely has a beard to begin with. It's like a stubble. He's got a fucking prepubescent fucking snatch face, dude. What the fuck are we talking about, dog? Like what facial hair are you like getting removed that is worth $3,500?
This weak chin MF. And stare at him for like a week.
Like he's got a goatee that's barely there. What the fuck are we talking about?
Goes back. Jesus H. Christ. And he's acting as if you missed out on the deal of the century. Oh, sorry, Jalen. I was going to give you a Bitcoin for $5,000, but the deal's off the table now. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Because he said he wants an OG badge for 10. No, that's not the offer. The offer is 10 subs on Kick tonight for a VIP, 20 subs for an OG, 30 subs to get an additional OG.
I was joking before that he was going to try and sell Jalen an extra 2 badges, but I'll be damned, he did it. Wow.
Did you know that you can...
Dude, fucking DSP is just worthless, bro. Bro's actually just slowly existing. He's like a cockroach, bro. No matter how dumb he is, how annoying he is, he's just consistently doing the same thing. In like 4 months, somebody else will make a video on it that looks mildly interesting enough for me to watch, and I'm betting money it's gonna be about like the same shit he's doing now, begging, crying, and whining, and like trying to fleece his audience for all the money they have.
I say that I feel like part of my brain just short-circuited.
Which I never offered. But you
the sad thing is DSP's too stupid to do a fucking crypto rug pull. Bro definitely would have done a crypto rug pull if he wasn't an absolute fucking troglodyte.
Buy the 20 subs first, and then for 10 more, you get a second OG. That's the deal.
This dude is a greedy sack of absolute shit that can't stream to save his life. And he's so combative and smug. He's gone so far from where he was just a few months ago, telling everyone he was a massive success and we were all losers. Oh, here's an extra clip.
Oh, I can't believe this. I'm not going to support this.
Well, did you hear what I just said?
You.
But Phil, I thought you said your streams were fun and interactive. Now you're telling me to go.
Yeah, I thought he was done with being the bad guy. I thought he was gonna be a good guy now. He is good, Phil. He is wholesome. He makes quality, wholesome content.
I sell. And yes, I am going to make money. I am going to ask for contributions, and you're gonna like it.
Bro, what? Like a dictator. Hey, give it to me one more time.
I am going to ask for contributions, and you're gonna like it.
Yeah, dude's just like rearing up to do another another Dead Space stream. Now, if you don't know what his Dead Space stream was, he pretended to be a 1940s German officer while he went through killing monsters, pretending like they were a certain group of people. Bro's slowly turning into the fascist he pretended to be years ago for clicks.
God, what a piece of shit.
Are you ready? So, all right, how about this? Let's get one contribution of each type. Let's get one super chat, one membership, and one sub right now.
Oh, yeah.
Right now.
This is when Phil begs, but he thinks he's going to be funny with it. God, someone telling him to get 3 cameras is the worst thing to ever happen. He sucks so much. He's so terrible.
Right now. Let's get one.
He's so bad. That's why his wife is like 300 pounds now. There's no redeeming qualities. There's no charisma. He's just a void of a human existence. But you have to pay to see it. This is like stage capitalism.
I love that he threw him in the fucking... He threw him out the content comp video, bro. Bro would fit in with these guys. These guys will fleece their audience for everything.
Old, overweight, muscle atrophied, gout-ridden man smugly proclaims into a camera.
I am going to ask for contributions,
and you're gonna like it.
it.
Okay, I forgot my point of this whole video, and my point is DSP really sucks. He's the worst streamer ever. These are just tiny clips. I didn't even put any thought into this dude. This is me just pulling stuff randomly, bro.
By the way, subscribe to my channel for more chaos. I'm always gonna be here. I'm always gonna be doing chaos. It's fun. It's hilarious.
Tired of your internet provider or...
This is where he goes into his ad. I'm gonna skip that. But, dude, DSP is a constant conundrum of stupidity. Not conundrum. He's just a fucking idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm fully aware of how dumb I am. But I still think I outmaneuver DSP on a daily basis by just not being a fucking scumbag. Like, actually trying to add a minuscule amount of content and, like, entertainment to my reaction commentary videos is more than DSP has done in his entire career of YouTube. And that's sad. But as always, guys, like and subscribe, you stupid-ass gooners. Comment, angry or happy, I don't care. And I'll catch you on the next one. All right, boys and girls, we got one more for tonight. We got one more. Now, this, I don't know a ton about James Charles. I know that he's gotten some drama here in the past. He's been up and down and left and right and sideways and topsy-turvy. But I'm going to dive into a little bit of James Charles drama. And today we got Kavos, and this is James Charles just got brutally exposed. Let's get right into it.
James Charles has returned and is instantly getting cancelled. I thought we left this wrong'un back in 2019 when it got outed that he was messaging underage guys.
Bro is just like, bring me all your 16-year-olds. Please, please, please. And the internet found out about it. He's like, never mind. I'm James Charles. It's alright. It's alright. And none of this actually happened.
Apparently, that's not enough these days to actually cancel or hold someone accountable because his TikTok is still thriving and getting millions of views. But now he is getting cancelled again. It's actually a trend to be unfollowing James Charles for what he has done. He's lost over 900,000 followers on.
Jesus. That's so many. Bro's just like bleeding people. 900,000? Dude, how many followers did he have? 41 million. Well, I mean, bro can afford to lose 900,000. That's a... Jeez, bro.
TikTok. He's been accused of some pretty heinous shit. This all starts with James Charles's ex-friend.
By the way, TaylorMade makes a good driver. pretty solid driver if you're into golf. I don't know if you guys are golfers or if you just like shoving the handles up your rectum, but TaylorMade makes both a good head and a good handle for that rectum shoving fun.
And Kayla Malik, she was recently involved in a DV case where her boyfriend was accused of being extremely violent towards her, including allegedly breaking her jaw. And the allegations are that after the abusive boyfriend...
Bro, broke her jaw, dude. Holy cow. That's what we're starting with this, bro? Bro was throwing, like, elbows of victory onto his girlfriend, which is not okay, not based. She got her jaw wired shut. Again, I don't know if that happened. Has her jaw wired shut, and she just, like, coming out just mumbling about James Charles. She's my guy.
Friend broke up with Kayla. James...
By the way, that's a really serious thing, and domestic abuse should be reported to the correct authorities. Not to guys like me. I'm a shock jock on the internet. I'm here to make fun of this goofy-looking bastard.
Charles decided to house him and was alleged to have an intimate relationship. This video started going viral and prompted the...
Bro was like, you broke your girlfriend's jaw, or you broke your girlfriend's jaw, now she talks like 50 Cent? That's fine. You should come over to my place. We can play who tickles the top of my butthole the best.
Hasan followings.
Just letting everyone in Australia know that James Charles is sleeping with Evan Johnson, the one that broke Kayla Malik's jaw and badly beat and abused her, the one that was in prison. James Charles has been housing this motherfucker, flying him out to sleep with him.
If these allegations are true, what the actual fuck? We do have a response from James, which we're going to get into at the end. Why would you ever house your friend's ex? That is just a really fucking weird...
Bro just wanted to slide in, bro. He's been checking out her ex for a while, dude. He's been like, God, I want that. I want that dick, bro. I want that dick, though. I know that it's probably got a weird curve to it. It's a bit small. But, hey, man, that curve hits the sidewalls the way I need it to hit. So what if you broke her jaw? Not that big of a deal to me.
Thing to do. And we know James Charles's horny history. This devious behavior isn't something that would be shocking coming from James. More videos started going viral with this trend.
So I just unfollowed James Charles because I will be damned if I am following a man that is sleeping with another man that broke a woman's jaw.
Bro, nobody was massive following him when he talked about sexting up 16-year-olds, but again, they should have started then. There was a clear pattern of, like, being an absolute gooner. Dude was goon maxing condoms for, like, the last year. Yeah, there's a lot of people who diaper max, right? It's a big trend out there. People be liking their poopy diapers. But James Charles was turning he was wearing a condom for 38 hours, just turning it into a water balloon. Like, the dude was condom maxing like a mother trucker, and then soon as he gets the chance to be a scumbag again, look, what a shocker. What a coinkydink. Sherlock Holmes couldn't figure this shit out.
If you don't know, there has been confirmation that James Charles has been sleeping with, canoodling with, hanging with, housing with Evan Johnson, who literally abused his girlfriend Kayla, who I've been following Kayla for years, literally abused her and beat her to the point that he broke her jaw. Not very sister of you, Mr. Charles.
Now, Kayla did hint that someone close to her had basically betrayed her in a way she couldn't imagine before this all came out.
I found out at Coachella, literally last weekend, that a close friend of mine had basically really fucked me over in ways I could have never expected, and I got sent proof and receipts, and that person admitted it to me that they had done it. And
listen, yeah, when he I didn't know that I actually liked him until he hit you in the jaw. I've always hated you, to be honest. I've never thought you were cool. I didn't want to go to Coachella with you. So when he punched you, I said, I need that dick in my butt. Or I don't know if James Charles is the top or bottom. Maybe he wants to put his dick in the girl puncher's butt. Either way, what the fuck?
I don't want to the thing is I don't want to talk about it because right now, for at least because I'm still healing, court's coming up. This is probably the last thing like that. I'm not trying to make this thing a whole drama. You're dealing with a lot.
And this was all taking place while she was waiting to go to court for the domestic violence hearing. So she says on her Snapchat she can't really address James yet until after court.
Like, on top of everything. And then, like, yeah, y'all, like, on top of everything, we've all seen our For You page. We've all seen our For You page! So it's like, I have court tomorrow, and then it's also like, I have to wait to speak out about something that's going on online very publicly that literally happened to me. People in LA are just really fake. It's crazy.
No shit, what? The fucking LA people are scumbags? What, are you telling me that people like Hasan Piker and all of these other LA fucking Coachella douchebags, they're liars? No, say it ain't so. Girl, you're fucking messing with me. These LA scumbags are LA scumbags? Who the fuck would have thoughty waddy?
And some actual good news, the piece of shit that was doing this to her has had justice served.
Just like
Good. If he hit a girl, like if you hit like women and shit, you deserve to get fucking put in jail. That's not I think that is a pretty base take. That's the most base take. What the fuck? That's the most base take. If you beat your significant other, you deserve to have repercussions because of it.
that justice was served. Justice was served. I'm like really happy right now. I'm gonna probably start sobbing, but I'll tell you all the details. But I won. Fucker's in jail right now. Fucker got arrested in front of me. I was the last face he fucking saw. I feel like I'm gonna cry. I've never shaken so much in my life. I was the last face that fucker saw.
Good win for her. W's in the chat. We take those. Which
is fantastic to hear. Any piece of scum like that always deserves to be locked up. Here's a guy when it just all came out trying to defend his actions, which now we know he is guilty of.
The 9 months we were together, she said the whole 9 months I was abusing her. Right? Why would we go out all the time and do all these crazy adventurous stuff if the whole time it was just terrible? If I was such this
Bruh, when we were having fun, It's crazy that she didn't bring up the time that I beat her up, because I would buy her a lollipop. I'd buy her a nice ice cream when her jaw hurt from the punching. And the ice cream would cool the bruises. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was kind of just like one of those things. She'd be really mad. Her tooth would be falling out, and I'd say, just chew on the ice cream, sweetie, while we go on this adventure. You know you want to go. Shut the fuck up. You're crazy and unhinged and fucking you don't know what you're talking about. Eat the ice cream, bitch.
guy, why would she be with me? She could have left me at any second. She's way more up there than me. She has more money. Like, all this stuff, she don't need me. And if she figured I was no good for her in the time being, she would have left immediately. I promise you that. She exaggerates. And she figured out her views, and she's like, I need to make a series. I need to do something. And now that me and her broken up, it's like, does she really love me? Like, she's saying what she does behind the scenes to me. Like, I love you, I miss you. All this stuff behind the scenes. But then goes on there and tells you guys a whole different fantasy tale. I don't understand it. And abusive, mentally, I guess, we both, I'm gonna hold myself accountable, and I hope we would say crazy shit to each other all the time. And I guess it came to a point where I was controlling, like, hey, I don't feel comfortable with you going out to the bars. Or, hey, I don't want to go out to the bars. Just stay home.
But now we have James Charles inserted into this drama. He inserted himself by housing this person, and he has responded to this, refuting any claims, saying there was no relationship. However, he does admit to housing him. Here's the response.
Do not support Evan.
Dude, oh no. I had so much fun making all the jokes, and to find out they weren't tapping, they weren't having fun tickle time, just doesn't make the jokes land as hard. I guess I'll take the L on that one, boys and girls. I thought it was a much funnier story.
Johnson in any way.
Like, it's still, like, and now it's just like a fucked up sad story that he was just like, yeah, dude, crash with me, whatever.
Shape or form, let me make that fucking clear. I don't support him, I don't support violence against women, and I sure as hell do not support the disgusting, deplorable, violent, heinous acts that he committed against Kayla Malik behind closed doors. I really fucking hope and pray that when this goes to court this week, Kayla gets justice for what that man put her through. At the same time, the videos that I'm currently seeing all over my For You page are disturbing to me. This is not TikTok tea and drama for everyone else's entertainment. This is real people dealing with some really serious shit. The conversation has completely shifted focus.
It's always gonna be drama, bro. I don't think I love when people do this. This isn't drama, like, unless it's like you're bringing up, like, you're like harassing people to the point where it's like SWAT being called or affecting like people's like home, like you're like the CPS thing that I covered in the past with Ethan Klein. Unless it's stuff like that, bro, it's gonna be drama. You just gotta ignore the comments, ignore the fucking like tantrums people are throwing on the internet, and just wait a couple weeks and the shit'll blow over. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. You like, this is like real people's lives. So you're really making me mad mad because I'm losing all these followers and I need the fucking money. That's what you're mad about, bro. Shut the fuck up about, like, people talking about drama.
Away from Kayla Malik and how she was brave enough to speak out against what she went through, to how James Charles...
If you cared so much, why the fuck did you, like, have him in your house, bro?
The downfall, by Sister 2.0, where's the apology video? It's distracting from the actual issue at hand, which is domestic violence.
Dude, he's deflecting so hard. Bro, this is typical fucking, oh my god, dude, this is typical fucking LA douchebag language. Do you not understand that by having this drama, you're actually not getting the word about the abuse isn't going out into the world. Do you like abuse? You must be super pro abuse if you don't fucking stop talking about me and not actually talk about the abuse. You need to, like, you want to talk, oh, you want to like run my name through the mud? Well, you're just a fucking pro abuse guy.
I have not spoken out about this for a couple of different reasons. The main one being, this is going to court this week. Anything I or anybody else says online can and probably will be used by either Evan's defense attorney or the judge to affect the outcome of its ruling. And I didn't want to put Kayla at any risk for that. I hate that I'm getting online and filming this video right now, but I truthfully have no other choice because I've also spent the last several weeks trying to get in contact with the only person involved in this that actually matters and needs to hear the truth, and that's Kayla Malik. And she has been unwilling to have a conversation with me. And frankly, I don't fucking blame her. After I watched the laughable interview between Be Better and Zach Sellers, I wouldn't want to have a conversation with me either if I was being fed complete bullshit lies and misinformation from the person whose only source of information is the same man that lied to and abused me for 9 months straight. At this point, I have no choice other than to get online, tell my story, and then prove my story to be true in a court of law. I am suing Zach Sellers and anybody else that thinks it's funny or entertaining to get online and spread defamatory and slanderous lies, misinformation, completely bullshit, made-up stories for the sake of views, likes, engagement, and galaxies. I'm done. This all starts...
so I don't get sued by James Charles. I want to make it clear, everything I said early on, and 90% of what I say is usually jokes. I like internet drama. Dude did not have sexual relations with that abuser. I did not have sexual relations with that abuser. I swear. I was lied to. He showed up at my house and said, she kicked me out, dog. She threw my shit. She crazy. And I believed him. I texted her and I was like, this bitch is being crazy. No, for real though. The both sides, like, I don't know if James Charles is telling the truth here. I have no way of telling. I'm here to make fun of these idiots. He might be telling the truth. He might not. I don't care. I'm not invested enough to really give a fuck about these people. I just think it's funny to point and laugh.
At the beginning of 2025 when I reached out to Kayla about her and Evan being in a Valentine's Day video together. She told me she couldn't. She was crashing out because they had just broken up because he was crazy. I tried to lighten the mood a little bit and make a lighthearted joke asking could I have him now, and then asked what actually happened between them. All she told me was that he did awful things to her and that I would find out more in her 30-part TikTok series. She said she was upset that she helped build his platform based off of lies and abuse, and whenever she was healed, she was going to get online and expose him. I'm going to be so honest, I did not take this conversation very seriously. And
bro, why the fuck not though? Here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing, Bromeostasis. You fucking act like you like the first thing you say is, "Can I have him now?" After she said like he did some really fucked up and messed up things to me, you're like, yeah, but can I take him now? I think he's pretty fucking hot. I want to smiggly biggly his butthole. Well, please let me fucking have him. And then you make then you go on and she's like, yeah, no, he's really a fucked up person. He's crazy, whatever. And you're like, I'm not gonna take that. I want to have him move in with me. That's the best course of action right here. That seems like a really smart idea.
Obviously, now knowing what we all do, I fucking should have. Reading it back now, it is super clear that she was using humor to cope, and that is perfectly fine and valid. But at the time, I genuinely interpreted these messages as a messy breakup. Maybe he cheated, maybe they got into a drunken argument that ended badly. I could have never imagined what she was actually going through behind the scenes. A lot of Kayla's own friends and family have said they had no idea what she was going through. I wish I could go back in time and been there for her, tried to help her.
Yeah, but like if your friend, like if you were friends with her first, right? And she's dating a guy, they have a messy breakup and you don't, like you sort of become friends with him throughout the thing. You have to choose your alliances in that shit. You don't fucking like house the motherfucker. You say, hey, sorry, I don't want to muddy the waters with my friend. I think you should find somebody else. That's the responsible thing to do. But you were thinking with your dick, dog. You were thinking with your dick. It happens to the best of us, bro. It happens to the best of us. Dude, you just be like, damn, bro.
That shorty be mad cute. I'm just gonna slice and dice some things with my wiener schnitzel. And you fucked up, bro. You let your gooning mentality get in the way again.
I wish that I would have asked more questions, but frankly, I didn't feel comfortable doing so. First and foremost, she obviously wasn't ready to talk about it yet based on her last message. And secondly, me and Kayla Malik just weren't close friends. I don't say that to take away from her feelings about this. I don't say that to undermine what she went through. We've only met a couple of times.
Okay, so that's that like, so I didn't know if they were close friends or not. I said like whoever you were friends with first. So if you guys weren't actually that close of friends, that's a really big takeaway here. That adds a lot of context that makes you not look like as much of an asshole. Fair enough. You got a little bit of a W there, old Charles Lee James.
We collabed in 2023. She guest starred on a podcast with me in 2024, and we hung out at our mutual friend's Halloween party back in October. We've never hung out one-on-one. We've never had a deep conversation. I just really didn't know her that well to be able to interpret these messages and have a better idea of what was actually happening behind closed doors. And I wish more than anything I did, because I should have never gotten involved with this, but I did not know what she was going through. I really fucking hate to admit it, but I did have a brief friendship with Evan Johnson that started and ended well before I ever learned about any of the violence that was going on behind the scenes. He reached out to me a couple of days later.
Hold on. I might not have been wrong. We might be having some Jeffrey W's. We might be having some King Jeffrey W's right here.
This, but I did not know what she was going through. I really fucking hate to admit it, but I did have a brief friendship with Evan Johnson that started and ended well.
Oh my god, a brief relationship. He started it out by saying we didn't do anything, right? That there was no relationship involved. So there was. So you lied. You fucking lied, dude. You started out with one thing and you changed it to another. Now, where are we at? Where are we at right now? We are at 9:46. Let's go back to the beginning of this shit. All right, like he be yapping.
He committed against Kayla Malik behind closed doors. I really fucking hope and pray that when this goes to court this week, Kayla people dealing with some really serious shit. The conversation has completely shifted focus away from Kayla Malik and how she was brave enough to speak out against what she went through to affect the outcome of its ruling. And I didn't want to put Kayla at any risk for that. I hate that I'm getting online and filming this video right now, but I with me. And frankly, I don't fucking blame her. After I watched the laughable interview between Be Better and Zach Sellers, I wouldn't want to have a conversation with me either if I was being fed complete bullshit lies and misinformation from the person. I am suing Zach Sellers and anybody else that thinks it's funny or entertaining to get online and spread defamatory and slanderous lies, misinformation, completely bullshit made up stories for the sake of views, likes, engagement, and galaxies. I'm done. This all started at the beginning of 2025 when I reached out to Kayla about her and Evan being in Valentine's Day video together. She told me she couldn't. She was crashing out because they had just broken them. All she was off of lies and abuse, and whenever she was healed, she was going to get online. I fucking should have. Reading it back now, it is super clear that she was using humor to cope, and that is perfectly fine and valid. But at the time,
where's the part? Where's the part though? Where's the part? Hold on.
Acts that he committed against Kayla Malik behind closed doors. I really fucking hope and pray that when this goes to court this week, Kayla gets justice for what that man put her through. At the same time, the videos that I'm currently seeing all over my For You page are disturbing to me. This is not TikTok tea and drama for everyone else's entertainment. This is real people dealing with some really serious shit. The conversation has completely shifted focus away from Kayla Malik and how she was brave enough to speak out against what she went through to how James Charles involved, the downfall, By Sister 2.0, where's the apology video? It's distracting from the actual issue at hand, which is domestic violence. I have not spoken out about this for a couple of different reasons. The main one being, this is going to court this week. Anything I or anybody else says online can and probably will be used by either Evan's defense attorney or the judge to affect the outcome of its ruling. And I didn't want to put Kayla at any risk for that. I hate that I'm getting online and filming this video right now, but I truthfully have no other choice because I've also spent the last several weeks trying to get in contact with the only person involved in this that actually matters and needs to hear the truth, and that's Kayla Malik. And she has been unwilling to have a conversation with me. And frankly, I don't fucking blame her. After I watched the laughable interview between Be Better and Zach Sellers, I wouldn't want to have a conversation with me either if I was being fed complete bullshit lies and misinformation from the person whose only source of information is the same man that lied to and abused me for 9 months straight. At this point, I have no choice other than to get online, tell my story, and then prove my story to be true in a court of law. I am suing Zach Sellers and anybody else that thinks it's funny or entertaining to get online and spread defamatory.
So I swear he said they didn't have a relationship, and I made a whole thing about it. I don't know. I can't find the section. You guys can timestamp it for me in the comments below. I swear he fucking said that they didn't have a relationship like that, and then he just fucking said that they did. I swear I'm losing my fucking mind here. Did I miss it? Did I make it up? Did I fucking fall? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy, but
going on behind the scenes. He reached out to me a couple of days later asking me for advice and told me the same exact story that Zach Sellers believed and then repeated on the Be Better podcast, which was that the relationship was toxic, they both said things and did things that they shouldn't have, and a bunch of other stories that genuinely made me believe Evan Johnson was the victim in the situation. He told me that he moved back to Nashville to go to church and get therapy and try to become a better man, and he seemed vulnerable. He seemed real, and he seemed scared that Kayla was going to get online and start telling lies about him, and he knew exactly what to say to relate it back to a situation that I was in that made me have sympathy for him and be on his side. I feel so fucking dumb for ever believing him, but when I was in a similar situation, all I cared about was anybody treating me like a human being and hearing me out and being there for him, so that's what I tried to provide. We became closer, we would start FaceTiming, he was very suicidal and depressed, and eventually he told me that he wanted to come out to LA to escape and get his mind off of things for a weekend, so I invited him out. All we did was sit on the couch, order food, watch movies, but over the course of the weekend, I slowly started to notice that some of his stories were not exactly lining up. There were inconsistencies, and I started to get worried that I might be on the wrong side of things, and that was confirmed as soon as Kayla noticed that he was at my house and I had to lie to her. I didn't know what to do. I realized then that I was in the middle of a very fucking messy situation that I should have never gotten involved with in the first place, but this man was staying with me, and I didn't know how to get out of it. Later on that night, I told Evan straight up I was uncomfortable, I was upset that I had to lie to her, and that we could not hang out any further. He respected that, and the next morning, he flew home. As soon as Evan left LA, I immediately started making myself unavailable to him because I recognized that he was not the man he was telling me he was. But it wasn't until a month later, when Kayla uploaded her video, He Doesn't Love You, that I actually got to sit and watch how much of a monster he is. My jaw was on the floor for all 2 hours of that video. I could not.
Bro, on the floor, his jaw broke harder than her jaw broke. That's a bad fucking joke, dude. Jesus Christ.
Believe what I was watching and seeing. The horrendous verbal abuse, the violent physical abuse. I was shocked. I was ashamed for not taking me and Kayla's conversation more seriously. I was embarrassed for ever believing that man's lies and manipulation. And I was angry with myself that I ever allowed that man into my home. It was horrifying, and I'm so proud of Kayla for being able to speak up. A couple of days later, I started getting messages on Instagram from Zach Sellers, Evan's best friend, basically warning me that Evan had lied to both of us and telling me that I should cut him off. I didn't see these messages at first until he made a public TikTok accusing me of still supporting Evan behind the scenes, and I messaged him right.
Dude, so again, I think the jury's still out on if they had a sexual relationship or not. I don't think that they did. I think that that's what I'm getting, right? That Zach was the guy that had a relationship with. I don't know. This is fucking messy, and there's so many different names and people going on that I'm fucking lost in the sauce here, bro. All I know is this is fucking chaos.
Right away because I was confused.
Which is glorious. We love chaos here. We love this type of shit. We love the drama. We love the chaos. We want to fucking dive butthole first into the chaos. We love this shit.
His messages genuinely seemed nice. He seemed like he was checking in, warning me to make sure that I was okay and have cut Evan off because he knew that we were both told the same exact lies and stories from Evan. The only reason he even knew I was involved at all was because he was physically with Evan as his best friend, supporting him every single day. It took me 3 days with Evan to realize that something wasn't right here. It took Zach 3 months. So to act this way privately and then to get online as if I'm some monster was wild to me. What started off as a video of James Charles supporting Evan Johnson behind the scenes snowballed into more videos, more content, and then live streams. Every single night Zach has been live asking for galaxies in exchange for showing more receipts. He's been asking—
Dude, the weird ass fucking TikTok currency. Dude, give me a galaxy. I swear to God, James Charles be hanging out with wife beaters. Ooh, 6 more galaxies. Dude, this is more galaxies than I can hold in my asshole. What do you think about that, boys and girls?
His followers for their cities and locations so he can go on tour with Kayla after this is all over with. He's even been asking for donations on PayPal to fund a merch line. This has nothing to do with getting justice for Kayla and everything about making an opportunity for himself. And the perfect one came along when Be Better flew him out to Canada for their podcast interview. Aside from the timeline that I just told you guys, everything else in that hour-long episode is complete bullshit. To start rumors about somebody online is one thing. Unfortunately, I know that comes with the job, but to publicly accuse them of prostitution is ridiculous. There is no proof, no evidence of any of the ridiculous claims that Zach is making because they did not happen, which is why I have no choice other than to take legal action. But before I do that, I want to quickly take a second and clear the air on some things that have—
By the way, he might have a case here. He might have, like, after all of these stupid lawsuits we've had this year with the Noah Sampson, Ethan Klein Denims, which aren't going to go anywhere because all those people in those groups have, grown exponentially because of all this shit. Now, you look at this guy who's, bleeding and, losing followers like Vietnam vets lost legs and shit because of explosions. This motherfucker be out here just, having a chance here. This is, actually a chance for defamation.
Really set me over the edge. First and foremost, Evan Johnson and I did not, in any way, shape, or form, have a physically sexual relationship. We did not have sex while he was here.
Perfect. That's all I needed. I was bouncing back and forth on that shit. I know it got a little chaosy there in the middle here, folks, but now we know for a fact. I did not have sexual relationships with that butthole.
Did not, under any circumstances, pay Evan Johnson for sexual favors. Not in person, and certainly not online through a secret OF account where I'm apparently funding his entire life. That is absurd. Not that it's anybody's business, but
I mean, that message makes you look mad sus, though.
We gotta be honest. That message comes up in court, it's gonna look mad sus, dog. Can I have him, bro? That's like, I'm not saying that like everything this motherfucker is saying is a lie. I don't want to be like, I don't want to muddy the waters that way. But I am gonna say that message makes you look kind of fucking skeevy, considering you flew him to your house like a little while after that. I don't know the timeline. A little while after that, you're like, yeah, might as well come on over. We'll have some popcorn and watch some Netflix and
I'm an OF account. I'm a grown adult. I barely use it, but Zach, if you would like to see, I will gladly send you a screenshot of my transaction history. I have nothing to hide, and I have not sent Evan Johnson one single.
Why the fuck are you gonna send this Zach guy your transaction shit? Who the fuck cares? Lawyer the fuck up. Destroy the motherfucker. And I'll have more content. This will be great.
Zach claims to know all this information to be true because he pressured Evan into getting drunk and telling him what happened on the trip. I don't know if Evan lied to him to make the trip seem more fun and exciting, or if Zachy literally just made this up for funsies. I would like to believe that that isn't the case and that he was manipulated in this situation as well, but he claims to have seen a video on Evan's phone of him having sex with me. Zach, post it. If you have the receipt, if you have the video evidence, you can upload it. You have my...
Holy shit, bro! What the fuck kind of drama is this, bro? I did not see this shit coming. Yeah, do you really think you have a sex tape of us? Oh yeah, post the motherfucker. Oh yeah, you say that he came in my butthole? Yeah, fuck you, motherfucker. You don't have shit. You don't have shit because there's no video, cocksucker. There's not a video of that either. I fucking love this. This is amazing. To think I almost didn't watch this tonight.
Full consent and permission. I've had far worse posted to me online that I didn't consent to. Go right ahead. But you can't because there is no video of something that did not happen.
But I was honestly like ready to like fucking make fun of James Charles a bunch of this. This is savage, bro. Fucking James Charles W right here, my dude. Fucking, oh, you think you have a video of me and what's his face fucking like crazy little fucking circus animals? Yeah, fuck you. No, you don't. No, you don't. Post it if you do. Pixar, it didn't happen, motherfucker.
Better doesn't even stand by these claims because he's now added a disclaimer to their interview that says he was not able to verify a single thing that Zach said. Second, there's a rumor going around that I paid Evan Johnson's bail. This is not true. It is a public record that it was Evan's family who got him out. Kayla's own sister has confirmed this.
JC did not bail out EJ. I know who did, and I cannot say anything.
Third, there's a new narrative started by Be Better that I am trying to silence anybody that talks about this issue. First and foremost, this is literally the biggest thing on TikTok right now.
Well, I mean, you did just say that anybody who's like distracting and doing drama about this, you will sue. So that is kind of trying to silence people. I'm gonna fucking check you right there, pal. I'm gonna pull in and do that little like cool drifting stop, like I'm in fucking Tokyo Drift right here. I'm gonna get out of the car, flick my cigarette. I'm gonna be like, hey, compadre, slipped up a little there, pal.
I don't understand how anybody could possibly assume that I'm trying to silence people, but Be Better made a video basically saying that I'm working with YouTube behind the scenes to manipulate their algorithm and get their video hidden. I truthfully wish this was possible. I've been making content for 8 long years now. There are videos on YouTube with 5, 10, 20 million views that if I could have gotten them removed, I would have. But Be Better, I know you said you're having your lawyers reach out to YouTube, so YouTube, I give you my full permission to release any communications between myself or my team to you guys about this matter.
Bro, dude, I like this response. Again, dude, I was willing to fucking clown on this motherfucker as hard as possible. I'm saying big dubs here, bro. This is big dubs. Now, I don't like James Charles. I think the shit with the minors instantly made me hate this guy, obviously, like it should. But at the same time, bro, this is a good response. This is actually not bad. Again, fucking hate this guy, but you gotta give people W's when they get them.
Because, again, they don't exist. Zach has also now made a video claiming that my lawyers have reached out to him to threaten him, to silence him, and to offer him hush money. This is not true. Zach, my lawyers did not contact you directly, so instead they emailed your modeling agency because that is the only contact you have listed. There was no threat, there was no offer, they were simply asking for the contact of your lawyers. I told you I was going to sue you, and this is what the beginning of that process looks like. It really sucks that at this point I am left with no options other than to pursue a case. As for Kayla, I am so fucking sorry that I ever got involved in this. I should have never believed his lies and manipulation. I should have never even responded back to him in the first place.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro be dropping bars in this motherfucker, dude. There's some good ass parts. There was like the first 90% of this video was dog shit. I'm gonna let you know. But when he got to the last part, bro just hit it was all gas, no brakes. Motherfucker was like just straight bars. I will give him that, dude.
and I'm sorry for hurting you. I genuinely do wish you the absolute best of luck, and I really hope that you get justice for what that man put you through.
So James says nothing happened. He is suing the person for spreading these rumors, but in the same vein, he has admitted to housing this absolute twat, which he claims he didn't know how bad the situation
Yeah,
was.
Big L, dude. He shouldn't have, like, there's a breakup and you don't think this bitch is, like, big on TikTok, right? Like, and there's other bitches big on TikTok. You, James Charles. You guys are both little bitches about it. Like, obviously, she didn't deserve to get hit. Like, obviously, I'm not condoning that, right? But these motherfuckers both massive, and you think that it's a good idea to get in the middle of this? Like, that is just fucking retarded out of the gate. That's why the first half of this shit, like, 90% of his apology was annoying and virtue signaling and stupid. Because it was like the consequences of my own action type nonsense. But like that last part was kind of fucking funny and I like it.
I just think it's extremely messy that you joke around with her being like, oh, can I have him now after
Dude, same shit I was saying, dog. Same fucking wavelength. Dude, bro, can I have him now, bro? And then invites him to his house. Bro was thinking it with his dick right away. Bro was like, brick the fuck up thinking about this shit.
He breaks up with him in text and tells you, and then you like house him and have him around your house. Like, why? And as we know, Kayla has said after the court hearing, which was today, she will actually speak about this.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Trust me, y'all. I know. And all I can say right now is after court. After court, but
I think there's a lot more to this story than meets the eye. Obviously, you can never prove any intimate relationship. James is suing the man who he says are spreading false rumors. We should have cancelled James years ago for messaging minors.
Yeah, dude, I agree. The dude's a scumbag. The dude's absolutely a scumbag. Nobody's changing that. Again, dude, it's just one of those that I try to keep thinking $1.20 or $1.50 or $3,000. And I have to say that there were some parts of that where bro was spitting fire. Now, do I still think he's an absolute scumbag, liar, gross manipulator or whatever? Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. He should have gotten in trouble years ago, like this dude's saying.
This is extremely messy. Shows again what a weirdo he is. Look, I think the response was decent. He obviously is extremely passionate, so it makes his argument more convincing. I'm going to wait to hear what Kayla has to say about this properly. She said she had some receipts, some proof.
And I got sent proof and receipts, and that person admitted it to me that they had done it.
It's extremely shitty of him to even house him. And what, was it just out of the goodness of your heart, James? It wasn't because you might have found him attractive and wanted to have him over? Oh, it's just because James is so kind. You wanted to house him. That's all he was doing. He's not like a sexual deviant or anything. No, we've never heard that about James Charles. So I'm holding back until we get Kayla's full response on this. Like the video if you made it this far. Comment James should have been cancelled years ago if you made it to this part of the video. Now fuck off and get out.
Dude, I'm trying to find right here. Let's see if she got any shorts, bro. So I'm looking at her shorts right now, right? Because like I want to see right here if fuck, dude. Clothing line, mostly clothes ever. What the fuck are we? Where's my freckles are bad. Blah blah blah. He did it. What the fuck is going on, dude? Hold on. Let's see if she's got anything. He doesn't love you, part 1. He doesn't love you, part 2. What the fuck? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't see any new news, dude. I saw one video that might be like attached. We're gonna check it out. I want to be like on the forefront of this real quick. Oh Jesus fucking Christ, that's long. Let's see here.
If you want,
we're gonna see if Spill Sesh, whoever the fuck this is, James Charles in more trouble. I think she's gonna cover the same thing I covered, right? We're gonna see the same shit. We're gonna like go through here. Right here. Let's see what we
His
got.
text with Kayla and sent them to Evan as a warning of like, hey, Kayla's gonna make this series on you.
Apparently, from what I was told, is that right after sending those text messages telling James that we broke up, James went and DM'd him on Instagram, sent him those text messages to warn him, and then they started to create a friendship.
She then brings up how when Evan went to visit James, she asked James if Evan was with him and he lied to her. And she was clocking how if he wasn't doing anything wrong, then why was he lying? If he was genuinely just helping a friend in a dark place, why did you need to lie?
And about a month after all of this, I still have not spoken out publicly. The only thing I've done is go on live and say that I was in an abusive relationship. I was not ready to talk about the details of it. A couple weeks later, and a video was posted exposing James to have flown my ex-boyfriend out to California. The second that this video goes public, James starts to blow up my phone, asking if I'm at Coachella, saying that we need to talk. I immediately already knew what he was talking about. Are you at Coachella? Yeah, I am. Can I talk to you? I shut it down. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. He says, I felt guilty for weeks and I didn't know how to tell you and I owe the truth. I explained it to you from my mouth, not the Zach guy, and then you can feel however you want to. To me, it's quite ironic that you suddenly feel guilty about this the second that it's made public. You know what I mean? Like you suddenly feel guilty once a friendship with somebody off of being attracted to them. Because I don't know what the fuck they would have in common besides the fact that James thought he was hot.
So it's just speculation. So everything she's talking about here is speculation. I don't want to get into the mess of that. It does show that it proves a lot of what he was saying. Which, again, if I'm going to be real, if it's proving his kind of side of events is what I just kind of skimmed through there. Now, again, if you guys know anything that I don't know, or if you have any proof that, that he's lying about everything, that would be awesome. I would love to make a follow-up to this and just, completely trash on the guy. But for right now, it seems like his accounting is correct. Again, James Charles, creep, weirdo. Absolute monster gooner. I do think in the situation he gooned too close to the sun and he got burnt. His ass got burnt for it, bro. His ass got burnt and it made him look like a doo-doo head because he was housing the guy that broke his girlfriend's jaw. But that's all I got for you guys today. This was a huge ass mess. The videos are the channels we got our watch were Cabos and Spillsesh. You can check out both of their videos if you want. Search them up. It's not that hard. But that's all I got for you guys today. I'll catch you on the next one. Like and subscribe, boys and girls.